Hello everybody, bear with me. Hello everybody, this is Brown. It is Wednesday, May the 7th, the day before VE Day, 80th. Yay! This is Brown. I hope you're all doing very well today, folks. A little bit late, do apologise. The cats were not herding. You know how it is. Shall we do this? Yes, let's do this. Okay, so first. Oh, look who it is, everybody. It's been a while, and yesterday his live stream with Andrew Doyle. Chef's kiss. Look who it is, everybody. Echo Chamberlain.
All right, Brownie, how you doing?
All right, mate. How you doing? Long time?
Yeah, has been a wee while, yeah. So I thought I'd just hang around and chill with you guys for a fun stream and talk about a show that I've only seen 3 episodes.
How's the future?
Pretty good. Yeah, we're heading into winter, but it's all right, you know. I'm a writer, so I prefer it when it's winter.
Do you like doing the shinning? You know, the shining.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you like going into somewhere completely recluse, looking after a empty hotel for the winter?
Writing the same sentence over and over again. Yeah, so as a writer, I spend most of my time with people who don't exist. So it's better when it's cold weather and it's not sunny outside. But anyway, it's great to be on the stream.
Look at this, Mr. Brown Lion, sexiest man down under since Steele Saunders. I can't do that voice, but anyway. Echo, it is a genuine delight to have a boomerang.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's
that's not even boomerang. It's greatest generationing. You're even older than that.
Echo, it is a genuine delight to have you on, my friend. Far too long. It's great to have you on, mate.
Cheers, man.
Shall we get the next peep on?
Go on.
Peep on. Look who it is, everybody. The wonderful, not Brian.
Evening chat, evening Brown, Echo, how are we all?
Good. It is a pleasure to see you, Brian.
Oh, thank you very much. It's nice to have you as fellow countrymen in the chamber to change. Yeah,
it is good to see you. I can't do your Australian accent, which is weird considering that I'm, from Australasia.
Just across the water, effectively.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm
how are you doing, buddy?
Well.
Thoroughly pumped for this, Brown, today. I can't wait to see the highlights of the magnificent wedding. I think it's a 4-hour episode tonight, is it?
I managed to really get the slides down to about 240, which is pretty good for me.
Fuck, what? There's nothing happens, Brown. It should be three slides.
Anyway, Brian, it's great to have you on, I think.
Thanks very much, Brown. Very nice to be here.
Shall we get... It's a compact unit this evening, folks. Illness struck the camp, as it were. Shall we get the next peep on, Brian?
Yeah, go on.
Okay. Last guest of the evening so far, folks. It is the trilogy king himself, or queen.
We're no strangers to shit. You know the plot holes, and so do I. A ruined trilogy's what I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this from any other guy. I just want to tell the Broom Boy story. Gotta make Luke die again. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna respect the fans or Lucas. Gonna make the fanboys cry. Gonna make Leia fly. Gonna make old Luke die. So fuck you. Hey! Hello, mom babies. Rick rolling there. I managed to get it out this week. Yeah.
Well, what about the song?
Well, I won't put my camera on. Let's just put it that way. How we doing, man, babies? I can't believe we're still doing Andor. It's like some recurring nightmare.
Excuse me while I die. I would mute.
You're the only person to have a mastectomy where you took all the tissue from one breast and had it put into the other breast. It's extraordinary.
Yeah, it's just one big tit. That's what they call me, Echo. Yes, but come on, can't deny it. I scrub up well, don't I?
Suppose so.
I love the way it's even the AI kept my widow's peaking. It's remarkable what they can do. Anyway, what are we doing tonight, Brown? Phantom Menace or
Shall we
Revenge of the Sith?
shall we do the original cut of Star Wars?
Yeah, you sent me a link for some 4K thing, but I do not have a 4K.
No, you just need to
Brown.
just download it.
I don't have anything to play it on.
You don't need anything to play it on. Just
What's the point in having it 4K? Then I could just whip out the old VCR and. Anyway.
Brian, explain to him, please, because it'd be more interesting than the episode of Andor.
No, I'll leave that to you, Brown.
But anyway, it's good to be here. Good to see you, Brian. Great to have you on Echo. Oh, what a pleasure. Fresh off his alt-right stream the other night. We all enjoyed that one. Don't worry, folks. He's going to address the balance. He's got Keir Starmer on next week.
Yes!
We'll look forward to that
Smash
one.
the gangs!
Yes. Anyway, someone gets smashed tonight on Andor, don't they? I can't wait for that scene.
Shall we do the drinking game first of all before we forget?
Well, why not?
Not that I've got anything to drink, but hang on.
Oh, quick question from the chat. Felt5 says, "Ruin watch Predator yet?"
Oh yeah, that's right.
Funny thing about that, Felt. It's literally recorded and sat on my Skybox awaiting a watch, and I've not got round. I barely get a chance to watch Andor before these goddamn streams. So no, the answer's no. Sorry, but I will get to it. I did catch a bit of Alien versus Predators. Saw a few scenes from that one. I know. I'm doing it all wrong, aren't I?
Yeah.
Go on, Brian. Carry on.
We'll do a super chat while we're here.
Okay.
MJK4 wrenched 5 Canadian woke dollars, was running late, started the stream just in time to see a one-tit she-male ruining Rick Astley. Yes, it's Wednesday, and it's not an impossible wank.
Is it possible to ruin Rick Astley?
How dare you, Brian? He's a legend.
How very dare you?
Have you heard Rick Astley doing the Music Sounds Better With You cover?
No.
From Stardust. Remember was it 1998, that song? It's quite the experience. I'll suggest you look it up. Anyway, moving on to Andor.
Well, before we do, another quick question from the chat, because they're on it tonight. I feel I need to direct this one at Echo. Favorite Predator, Echo? Savile, Schofield, or Edwards?
Well, surely Savile, because he's just the most generation childhood crushing in every sense. He would be the one who sticks out, I guess. There's that particular footage of him. There's footage of him online where he's top of the pops, where he literally just grabs on.
Lovely.
Like it's on live television, and he actually did it. It's astonishing to watch.
Yes, I feel as though you've missed one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse there, Phil. There's no Gary Glitter on the list. Really, bit of an omission. Anyway,
missed Rolfo.
Yeah, you missed Rolfo.
He's from your neck of the woods, isn't he, Echo?
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Have you got a Rolf in the locker, Brian, just for Echo?
No, it's your mate.
Perhaps singing at Steel Cylinders at one point, but let's not go there.
Okay, you guys ready this yet?
5 minutes in, we're already into child molesters. Anyway, let's get back to the good stuff. Brown, you want to start from rules of the drinking game?
Yeah, did we do the drinking game? What are the rules then?
The rules are simple. You just drink, but we give you the trigger for when you drink. So, I'm going to kick us off this time because it's an easy one. every time there's a pointless scene of someone dancing.
Oh, me liver.
Brian, what have you got for us?
I'm going to go for every time the viewer himself, every time you feel your estrogen levels rising during this episode.
Okay, interesting. I always leave Brown to last because he needs time to think.
I do.
So, Echo, have you got something to trigger a drink?
What's the name of the guy who's like kind of like the rebel leader who has the antique store as a front?
Luthen Rail.
Yeah, every time he looks extremely camp.
Oh, God. That's every time you're on camera, basically. Brown, you've had plenty of time to think. Don't let me down.
I thought something this afternoon, but I can't remember. Every time Brian starts thinking about that dance song that he couldn't get out of his head.
No, don't start. Oh, no. Don't play it. Don't play it. Took me a fortnight to get it out of my head.
What? Go again, Browns.
It's not
Every
even a
time
good song.
Brian thinks.
I know it's not.
Every time he thinks, how do we?
Every time.
that?
Every time Brian thinks.
Every time Brian
Thank
thinks.
God it's not every time you think, Brown. It'd be a very dry night.
He would all go home sober.
Okay, folks. So, I want you on the ball tonight. Every time Brian thinks of this thing, you need to take a drink.
Wow, we've got literal thought police. It's like a totalitarian string.
Oh, welcome to the UK,
Well,
mate.
there's the UK.
Well, look, common people's got a better one. Every time you see a wheat field.
Common people has just volunteered to be the drinks monitor again.
Oh, again? We're going to give it to Common again. Oh, okay.
Yeah. He likes the responsibility.
He does. He's very good. You're up, Common. Have a good time, my friend. Okay, have you got red tape you need to get through, Brown? Or there you go. Go on.
Please like, share, subscribe.
How many have you lost this week, Brown?
We've stabilized.
Oh,
None. We kind of gained a few and then lost a couple. So over the week,
have you fixed the foundations, Brown?
No. Are all my far right? Anyway, it's just not working, folks. So if you could share the stream, that'd be good. Homework for the chat: share the stream. Just see how great this is. Yeah, that's the homework. Obviously, anyway, I'm floundering.
Yes, I don't know if Andor's maybe the show you want to be doing to promote your stream.
God.
It's okay. It gets better by episode 8. So just hang on in there for another 5 weeks, folks. We'll all be in the good stuff.
Okay. Who's doing the Z cap?
You?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what's happened. Ruin, can you do this?
What the fuck? Okay, I'll give it a stab. I mean, I'm not.
Z was taken ill at the last moment.
Okay, so let's see what happened previously on Andor. So I distinctly remember starting. I was on holiday first of all on the Isle of Wight. You do need to know that last week, so that's my excuse. Started drinking around about 1:30. Had a cheeky one, walking the dog. Carried on drinking all the way to the afternoon. Then Brown texted me. He said, "Oh, don't forget Andor." Oh, shit! At this point, I'm half cut, so I thought I better have something to eat. Then he's
what did you eat?
Me, Plowman's cock.
Did you say you were drinking while walking the dog?
Yeah, a little stop off at the old country pub.
I see.
Couple of shandies with rum chasers. Anyway, then we get back. Didn't eat mistakenly. Cracked open the old Captain Morgan's, and before you know it, sat down, watched Married at First Sight, and it's time to do the stream. I'm absolutely pissed as a fart. And then as we're starting the stream, I've got my pre-prepared lyric sheet, my song, my intro song, and then my eyes are drawn to the line about I even forget what it was now, but it was something about Kathy's bumhole, and I just lost my shit. So there you go. There's the recap, folks. That's what happened last week, and brings us up to speed nicely. Is that okay? Is that all good, Brown?
Beautiful.
Okay.
You could have just typed it into Grok and then read it out.
War of Stars.
What's the appeal about the Isle of Wight? What are some attractions there?
It's getting
The
renamed.
cocaine,
isn't it?
mate.
Cocaine.
Isn't the Isle of Wight getting renamed?
Well, I thought it was just white
problematic.
people, but apparently not. They let anyone in. I'm rather disappointed. But...
Yes. Anyway.
Okay, no, in all seriousness, though, Andor's stolen a TIE fighter thing. There's some chick who works on a wheat field who's doing some computery stuff. There's Mon Mothma's some pussy whipping a samurai husband. What else is there? Krennic is somehow aged 15 years, even though he's younger than he is in Rogue One, and I think that's about it. Have I missed anything?
That's pretty
that's
accurate, yes.
Okay, so have you got the right slides, Brown? I
think so,
Star
yeah.
Trek. Okay. Oh yes, of course, I remember now. So we do go to the aforesaid TIE fighter, and let's bring Brian in because he's a fan of technology and Star Wars ships and everything else. He's trying to hotwire this or something, isn't he, Brian? Or fix it, or God knows what's going on.
It's to get the communications going, but he puts it to the wires together, and of course that causes the spaceship to turn upside down and launch into the abyss. So well done there.
I mean, I will give Andor and Master Gilroy some credit because he didn't go with the old Andor's absolutely fantastic at everything. He can fly ships he's never been in before, and he can fix ships. You know, he's at least showed them to have some.
Yeah, because he's a man. Simple. If it had been a
weaknesses.
woman, it'd have been a story over.
There we go. Yeah.
How much oxygen exactly is in this TIE fighter?
Oh,
Well, it might have for generator or something. I don't know. Crackle.
generator.
Crackles.
And he flips it, doesn't he? He flips the damn thing.
Yes.
And then, I'm so disappointed we don't have Xeon tonight because in this scene, it's as though Tony Gilroy realized, oh shit, it's Star Wars, I haven't done any droids or any aliens, so I'll just put them all in this 10-second scene. Because we get this random kind of Mormons in space scene, don't we? What's this droid, anyone? I don't know this guy.
The clue's there. B2 Emo.
B2 Emo.
He's got a stutter. Is it go?
I thought that was the name of the droid. GG Go. It's a much better name for the droid.
Yeah. He's a semi-endearing little robot. They gave him a stammer, which is kind of cute, I guess.
Spot the alien.
Yeah, why are they so alien averse in this show? Like,
there's one or
seem very
two,
Star Wars.
yeah. Reminds me of the old film Witness with Harrison Ford. Do you remember that one?
Good film, that. Great film.
Good film, that one. I'm just waiting for them to start raising the barn.
He got an Oscar nomination for that, old Harrison. That was his only one.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Oh.
There's one scene where the kid is in the police station and he looks at the photo and he sees the crooked cop. And if you watch that scene, it's so beautifully shot. The way that it just focuses on the kid and then down to the photo, it's amazing.
Drink, by the way.
This is how good Andor is that we're talking about other films. Enthusiasm. Some enthusiasm on the stream.
Goodwin's correct. There's a scene where she's in the bar and she's kind of like topless, and it's the worst topless scene. They framed her terribly. It's I'm sure Goodwin will.
Worst topless scene ever. Oh, even the worst topless scene is a good night in the brown, Shea Brown, though, isn't it, Brownie?
Take what you can, you know.
Common People says, has Brune ever danced to Wigfield on a Saturday night? And in fact, that reminds me of who says that line? Is it Anthony Hopkins? Oh, I can't remember. Have you ever danced to Wigfield on a Saturday night in Wakefield, Brown?
Not in Wakefield. Probably
Oh.
in Wolverhampton. Probably.
Wolverhampton.
Wolverhampton.
Wolverhampton in the West Midlands. Black
Are they
country.
collecting the bins in Wolverhampton, or is it still a problem?
No, it's Birmingham. Birmingham.
Oh, same
Birmingham.
shithole, isn't it? Sorry, anyone from that part of the world.
Vehicle.
Okay, so we have the Mormon dinner. We have big
Djokovic.
big chesty green giants. Right. Who sorry, I may have not been paying full attention, but this chick here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bex.
And this big chesty beardy green giant. What's the father daughter, husband wife? What's the deal? Or just
Lovers.
friends? Alan?
Just friends, co-rebel
Oh.
people.
Oh, okay. I
Friends with
misread that totally.
benefits.
And the
Oh.
guy on the left has taken time out from his busy schedule shooting Avatar 3 to be in this show.
The guys on the left is Djokovic, the tennis player, in 20 years' time.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
Brown, we've got one of your biggest fans has took time out of his busy schedule tonight. Can you read this out for us, please, Brown?
Jack D. Just came across this and have to say you're a bunch of miserable twats laughing. That's all. Yes.
Has he just noticed? Why has he got a picture of Messi ejaculating in his avatar?
Well, that's why they call him the D, the big D, Jack D. Hey, Jack, don't forget, like, comments, subscribe. So,
Still no Cassian.
no Cassian. No, he's still rotating in space like Darth Vader at the end of A New Hope. It's a problem.
If I may just say, question of the week last week was from Brown, who said, "Who's Cassian?"
Yeah, amazing.
Oh shit!
Did I say that?
Yeah,
Who's he then? Who's Cassian then? Who's he?
And then you desperately tried to backtrack and pretend you're being ironic, but no one fell for it.
Did I? I'm gonna have to watch last week's now. Did I really say that?
Yes, you did. Yeah,
You did,
Oh my
bro.
God.
it was
That's
the
what
Nitro
you're
Wars
looking
talking. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
Sobered me right up.
I was the last of the gin, wasn't it?
MJ UK 84 says, not the first time someone's come across Brown. Ooh.
Wah, 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 wah. Moving on.
So
It's Djokovic.
it is. Oh wow,
It's
it really
fucking
is.
Djokovic.
It's like a brown aged Djokovic. Yeah. Weird.
It is.
Is
No,
there,
you
are we
don't-
getting
you-
some kind of? Come on, Brown. You sound excited.
You don't get that in the UK. Moving on.
Is
Sorry.
this some kind of modern day? Well, you've already stolen the
Allegory
thunder.
for something
Yeah.
that's not happening in the UK.
Oh,
I don't know. You could say that. It depends how you perceive it. It would not be outside of the realms of possibility. But also, this is almost like a kind of an entire series, a kind of French resistance type movie. And how much time do they spend in those kind of movies talking about where are your papers, etc.
So the skinny guy, the Djokovic
Djokovic.
meth addict guy, he is, as far as we know, he is just from a neighboring territory. Because we all know there's something shifty about him. But why is he shifty?
Is it because he didn't get vaxxed?
Maybe.
Oh, Brown!
Bit of
I actually
politics.
laughed at one of your jokes there. I really need to.
Not
go
bad
easy
for a
on
miserable twat.
I think that's another T-shirt, Brown. Can you get a
Miserable-
miserable twat T-shirt made up?
I will do a miserable twat t-shirt.
Oh,
It'd probably be a bestseller.
Yeah.
All right, moving on.
So Djokovic and Big Friendly Green Giant chatting away. He really wears that. What are we calling it? Like a pinafore, pinny,
Dungarees.
I thought
dungarees. Is it? Wow,
I misread that. I thought that said porking.
Porkins.
You head out tonight. Wait till they finish porking around here.
Porkins.
Sorry, I killed that. Moving on. Stream killer.
Oh, I thought you'd gone easy on the slides, Brown. Jesus.
I have done, but there's key bits you have to.
Why don't we get Melvin on?
Yeah, Melvin,
Melvin's here,
there's
folks.
space if you want to come on, Melvin. If you want to come on, mate.
Melvin,
We can, yeah, we can all start properly now. Melvin's here. So back to Djokovic and
Just chat, amuse yourselves.
If you got stopped.
yeah.
God.
Oh, you've captured every blink, every facial twitch.
Listen, certain bits, so you can tell what's going on. It's key dialogue.
Okay, bit
Oi.
of transparency for the chat here. So, chat, this
Who's
is the deal. Brian, our very own, not Brian, offered to capture the slides and do 3 episodes at once. He said, I can do a reduced version, 3 episodes at once. We can get through this shit. But Brownie, Doug is
No. I've still to watch episode 4 yet. And I'll make a
his
decision.
heels in, said, no, don't worry. I've got it covered. It'll all be fine. And here we are at the fucking Mormon lunch party. 40 minutes in on a school night. And we're
Stop taking
looking
so
at Djokovic and the big green giant.
fucking long, then.
Fucking, how many fucking slides? Djokovic again, everyone. I'm running out of gags.
But someone needs to tell him what's going on here. Okay, so who is Cassian's friend that he's referring to in the previous slide?
You're confusing us now. They're
What?
just talking about there's going to be
There's
going to be an inspection that's coming through. It's the grand audit that's going to find them out, and all these people that don't have their visas, etc. So they are next online. So they're desperately trying to find a way out of that. That's about it. That's all you need to really know. You can then just move to the next set of slides.
Okay.
set of slides. Ashen appreciates you, Brown, if no one else does. So,
No.
I'll send Melvin the link.
Cheers, Brian. The whole point of these streams is that if nobody's watched it,
there's a point.
they
can sit and read fucking War and Peace in order to get up to speed. Is that what you're saying, bro?
Yes. If it was just slides, because we haven't a fucking clue what we're on about.
Yeah, well, let's move forward a couple of slides and see if anything happens.
Okay.
Magnus Horus.
Magnus Horus.
Wrenched. Oh, wow. Echo Chamberlain is here. Love that dude.
Oh,
I see you, Magnus. I see you.
Oh, here we go. We got rid of stuck in this endless loop of Djokovic and the big friendly green giant just talking shit all the house. I thought I was having a stroke. Anyway, here we go. What's this? Lesbo action. What's going on? No. Echo, why don't you come in to surely make some sense? This is a
drink, by the way.
Like a pre-wedding scene.
Yeah, well, Mon Mothma, she, in order to perpetuate the fragile, brittle emergence of the Alliance, has had to make the tremendous sacrifice of essentially giving her daughter away at a young and an impressionable age to the son of her financier, who's taking care of her financial problems and enabling the Alliance to thrive. Underneath this, you have a powerful subtext where Mon Mothma, being a strong and independent woman, has to have the psychological contradiction and tension of imposing upon her daughter a life of matrimony when she might be too young for it, which would be an imposition upon her, thus perpetuating a cycle. And so with this grueling tension, you then have this further tension of the daughter feeling embittered and estranged from her mother. And so the scene unfolds with all these tensions boiling to the surface.
Fuck me. I can see why you get all the big guests on your channel.
Oh, why
Fucking
didn't you get
hell.
him to do the Z-Cap, Brown? Might have made some sense.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. I think everyone can log off now. I think there's your peak.
I don't think we can beat that. On
Yeah,
30 minutes,
done.
it's 30 minutes, spot on.
Franco
Well,
It's a
says
nice looking set. It's a nice looking
It's-
set.
it is a nice set, actually. Yeah. What set of tits? Nice set of tits. Yeah, I agree with you. That's a Spanish tit. Okay, look, call me a bit of a Jimmy Savile, but how she looks rather young to be getting married. Is that not an issue, or are we in?
Well, are they in France, perhaps? I don't know.
I don't know. What's the age limit in France?
Talking about
14.
the age of consent in a fucking Star Wars stream.
Well, it's relevant to the slide, isn't it?
Is it? Is it
Yeah.
really?
Well, look, my only reflection on this episode and all of the wedding shit is George Lucas spent about 30 seconds on Anakin and Padme's marriage. I felt like we got about 40 minutes of this shit of people I don't know, don't care about, just lots of dancing and strange, weird medieval. You take a step, I take a step, rah rah rah. I don't know. It just anyway. Let's move it on. Brown,
just before we
apparently,
go,
you're.
private
Oh, go on.
private chat.
I'm sending a
Private
link
chat.
now. Bear with me.
Oh, you're
Melvin,
in trouble,
on DM,
folks.
I'm
Sorry,
drunk
so-
when I get married.
So let's see. Mothma's mother was drunk when she got
Mhm.
married.
Yes.
Oh, that's kind of tragic, that isn't it?
It's
Well, yeah,
usually
which
the dad
kind of
who's drunk.
suggests that the cycle has been going on for generations. That the women, don't like this old traditions. So poor mom.
Oh, well, we see her shortly getting absolutely wasted. So at least she, follows in the family way.
I do quite like the tension between Mon and her husband. They clearly don't especially like each other, and the marriage is just like some empty, hollow facade. They
So it's
keep
like
going,
Diana
they're
and
both good-
Charles in the early days. then.
Oh, it's more like
Yeah,
Harry and Meghan, I
exactly.
think, isn't it?
So the fact that they both acknowledge that their marriage is just performative, it's kind of like a nice little kind of a little tension between those two. It's quite interesting to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's good if it's a daytime TV soap from the land down under, but maybe not what's the average Star Wars fan tunes in. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I guess so.
Okay, Brown, let's bring you in. Brown. Stop getting distracted. If you had to score the bride to be
God, here we go.
on a scale, from 1 to 10, what are you thinking, Brown? Just draw on the
What am I thinking?
draw on the powers of Savile and glitter and all your heroes.
1 to 10, yeah.
1 to 10 for the child bride.
Well, for her, imagine that Brown is on the other side of the door.
Okay, I'm 1 and 10, yeah.
Yes,
I'm going to go 5.5.
he's going 5.5. I don't know where to
Is
go
that the
with that one.
sentence you would get, Brown?
Yeah, I would
5.5.
Melvin, what? Melvin's here. Melvin, why is your picture beige?
It's not his picture; it's his camera, and he's got his arse pressed against it.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay, Melvin, you need to sort that out. No avatar, mate. Welcome
Bro,
to
just
the
for interest,
Raven. Yeah, go on.
Bronte Carmichael was born on the 11th of September 2010. There they are, so 14.
Oh, she
To make
14.
you feel like
What?
even more awkward than normal.
Oh,
Yeah.
Brown. Oh, you could have told us that before we played that silly game.
I thought she'd have been like early 20s, like most kind of.
Aye, that's what the
Yeah.
that's what your lawyer told you to say, Brown. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what they all say when those paedophile hunters catch up with them. They all make claims like that. Brown. Was it just me, or did anyone think they were going to kiss at this point?
Just you.
I think
They're
that's
not
just you
close.
on that one.
They're not close enough, you see. Maybe another 2
Oh,
inches. You
yeah.
might as well go the full distance.
This
Hello,
design
Melvin.
here is a very similar design
Well.
to Ian McCaig concept art for Padme in episode 1
What?
way back in the day.
Brown, we did try to blast your channel out and get some new people on board, and
We're on
we
80.
do
We're on Fat Ladies at the moment, 88.
the good news is we do seem to have some newcomers. The bad news is not everyone is a fan of the content. So, do you want to read this now from Light Blinded Fool?
What the fuck is this? Rating a child bride. You all need to reconsider your lives.
We're not in it. It was Brown who came up with the 5.5.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
just
look, I'm going to say something in your defense here. I know you're a bunch of weirdos, right? But I'm going to say something in your defense. Okay. These guys are already on a watch list from last week for thinking, what's her name? Can't remember her fucking name. Who's that actress?
Right.
Spider-Man's girlfriend.
Whose girlfriend?
Zendaya.
Spider-Man's. Zendaya.
Oh.
Yeah, they think Zendaya looks like a 12-year-old boy. They truly believe that's what a boy looks like. They're all on watch list already, don't worry.
You strange taste in women, Melvin. That's all I'm saying.
I know what a 12-year-old boy looks like.
But like Zendaya.
What was I going to say? Yeah, there's a more important question here that you've all
Hilly Atwell's bum.
seem to be ignoring. Is Mon Mothma Jamaican?
Yeah, man.
I don't know.
Look, if her name is Mon,
Mom.
Mon.
never mind.
Moving on.
Melvin just comes in and casual as you like, just lights the place up. Doesn't he? I love it. Good to have you on, Melvin. Do I need to watch my P's and Q's now, Melvin?
With
or-
Melvin, you do,
Oh,
yes.
you be your best self, man.
Okay, my friend. Okay. Anyway, back to the old mother-daughter lesbo action. What's going on here? No, they've gone further apart. That's a shame.
Didn't the
No,
daughter
it was
lay into mom?
Sorry?
Didn't?
What?
Yes,
When-
Mon is basically giving her an out here so she doesn't have to go through the same arranged marriage bollocks that she did. And the daughter says, "You what, Mike? You what?" And cracks up because surely she's quite smitten with the young scumbag's son.
Well, I have a question. It's a shame that Z isn't here because
Oh.
you know when she talks to the other guy, the grey-haired guy, and he confides to
Oh,
her
yeah.
that all your financial issues have been smoothed over and taken care of. Did that sort of imply that she didn't actually need to do this bride exchange deal thing with the other guy in order to get his money, and so therefore the marriage doesn't necessarily need to happen? Is that the suggestion?
No, it wasn't about getting money. It was about hiding money from the
Yeah.
yet another exciting Star Wars thing, another audit. So he had to hide it from that. And part of the deal was just an introduction, and that introduction has turned from an introduction to a full-scale wedding.
So what does that other guy offer as the father of the groom to Mon that she desperately needs? If she's already
He's a
had her
crook.
finances smoothed
He's a
over.
crook, and he's a crook, and he can hide. You can hide the cash for
I
him.
need the cash.
That's
So you see what I mean? Like the
essentially-
other guy was saying that he had smoothed over all the financial stuff.
What do you mean?
You know, the grey-haired guy who you could get so plastered he has to get dragged out like.
No,
Ron.
he basically introduced Mon to Skulden, whatever his name is, Stannis' brother.
Okay.
acted.
Well, I got a little confused.
Don't worry, it's so boring. The biggest challenge in this show is to stay awake through most of the episodes. But hopefully we're coming good towards the end.
Well, I mean, the chat are already discussing future episodes. Doesn't bode too well, does it? Anyway, back to the
Wedding.
The wedding, yes. And here we go. Is this the wedding, or is this the preamble to the wedding? Or
Preamble, isn't it?
preamble? Yeah.
This was just talk about times 75, 1.75 speed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know. I had to watch a couple of these episodes at 1.5. I couldn't take it.
Oh
Oh, it's just
Yeah,
awful.
I was watching this and I was thinking to myself, I've never wished I was dead before. It
Oh,
was
yeah.
Until
it was
now.
surreal.
We've got one of your lot here, Brian and Melvin, in fact. Duncan MacLeod, who's having a bit of a pop because they've just dropped 7, 8, 9, and we're so far behind. He's asking, is the next roast about Braveheart?
It's not another
Um,
Scottish nationalist obsessed with Mel Gibson, is it?
Oh, Melvin, what's your thoughts on Braveheart?
Right.
Inspiring or offensive?
Loved it at the time, but it's not a great movie, is it? It's entertaining.
Oh, yeah, not exactly historically
No,
accurate.
I hated Braveheart. I didn't watch it until 2015, which was like 15 years after it was.
I remember when I seen the trailer for Braveheart, I was sitting in a cinema in Norwich. Me and another Scottish fella were sitting watching Die Hard 3, I think. And then the Braveheart trailer come on before the film, and we were sitting there ready to kill everybody, like really hyped up, fucking bastards.
It's the irony of Mel, a little draft dodger playing all these big heroes, these fucking warring heroes. Fuck off, Mel. Anyway, moving on.
Anyway, 40 minutes into Andor episode 3, we're now talking about Braveheart. This is what you do for Star Wars. Just while we're on it, though, my favourite scene has got to be when Longshanks throws that guy out the window. Come on.
It's a good scene. Yeah.
Fabulous cinema. Fabulous. Okay, back to the... Oh, what's happening here, Brown? You like a bit of knife action? Is that what's going on?
The braid is getting cut.
Braid is getting cut. Is that
This is
significant?
central London.
They've stolen this from the Jedi ceremonies that George Lucas brought in the prequel trilogy, where they get the braids cut and they become a Jedi.
Well, we switched to the wedding
Oh
scene.
my god!
Here we go. Here we go, folks. One of my favourite characters in all of Disney Star Wars.
It's quite good how they got Alien Alpha at a retirement to play this all bent.
So, I mean, I'll be honest. I wasn't really paying much attention to this scene between Deirdre and whoever the other guy is. She's vaguely flirting.
Fuck off, Gavin. For fuck's sake, Gavin. You sick man.
But then his mum rocked up, and all of a sudden, I'm into this. I'm absolutely into this. So, firstly, well, let's get Echo's thoughts on this character. Strange old voice, didn't she? She had an unusual voice. Distinctive.
Yeah. Kind of sounds a little bit like that that Indian bint on The Expanse. Remember her?
Oh.
Yeah.
So why are these two? Why is this Imperial couple hooked up? Did I miss an episode? Why are they together?
Are they though, or is it a facade? I assumed it was all a facade.
No,
Why though? What did I miss out on?
Legit.
they are
That's
together.
bad.
It's like it's
They
not fake.
are.
You see you later on, but
Hmm.
yeah, I don't know.
She's good. It's one of those things where it's a really great ancillary character who works in very small doses, and they think, oh, this is working, this is great, so let's expand and use her more. And then it kind of looks a little bit obvious. But the interplay between these two is pretty cool, like the passive aggression and stuff. But I don't see what the point of it was, and I wasn't especially entertained by it because I just wanted the rest of the story to happen, and it's bogged down in the scene. So I had this strange feeling of this is two great actresses playing off each other extremely well, but it's so out of context with what I want. So it was kind of frustrating.
While we've got you, Echo, do you know who Pat Butcher is?
I don't know who Pat Butcher is.
Oh, you should Google him. He's a great guy. Visitor is a big fan.
Okay.
This character would work if it was in a show like Frasier or something. But
Yeah.
it doesn't work here at all.
Yeah, exactly.
She sounds like Dave Bautista on Helium. It's just a horrendous voice she's got going on.
Oh, I just looked up Pat Butcher. Fuck.
You're into the history.
Plus, the irony doesn't work because she's a psychopath, this character. When we're supposed to feel this kind of like a simmering amusement of the scene with this passive aggression going on, like we're supposed to root for someone. It doesn't work.
The funny thing is, Echo put into Google Pat Butcher hot and went to Google Image.
Ricky.
Brian, quick check. Are you thinking about the dance song?
Well, I'm now. Thanks, Common.
Oh, take a drink, everyone. Take a drink.
You bet. Ricky. Doorbell chiming.
Chiming. Why does this look like an ABBA music video?
Baba.
Oh, gotta get the jokes in when I can. And so does this one, weirdly. What's
This
going
goes
on
on
here?
forever as well.
Well, he reminds me of somebody, and I can't remember who.
Kyle MacLachlan.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Amelia Bedelia
Great
said
shout.
exactly the same time as I said it.
Oh, you know what?
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
You know what it is? This is like a Douglas Murray at the early years. That's what it looks
Yeah, a
like.
little bit. Yeah. Get that.
I'm still smarting from an Amelia Bedelia comment she left in my last stream where she said, out of the blue, Echo needs to touch vagina lickety split. That was her comment.
Is that one of them ambiguous ones that nobody can figure the meaning of?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just been on my mind.
What does that mean? Atom got a super. What has been monetized?
I don't know. I thought I'd flag it for you, Brown. But okay, back to Cal McLaughlin and Twin Peaks. So
The last
this
message
is
I
worth...
remember.
Go on, Brian.
The last message I remember from Amelia Bedelia was telling us all, gentlemen of a certain age, to sit down while peeing because it empties your bladder. Well, I tried that for a month, and the only thing that happened was I had less data at the end of the month on the phone. So doesn't work, Amelia. Anyway, moving on to practical.
We've got a member. XBT Wrenched World of Sport member for 4 months. Wow.
Mm.
Wow,
Cheers, Eggs.
4 months. 4 months of this shit.
This one's a freebie. In your face, suckers. Thank you for your continued support, my friend. Thank you.
Well, I did want to pause on this scene because you man babies might think it's insignificant and boring, but Brown knows what's up because a very important cutlery and crockery scene here, Brown, isn't it? And Star Wars famous. No, I'm not even being sarcastic. Star Wars very famous for not recreating kind of modern day items and utensils, but I don't know what have we got here. It looks like a traditional, well, fork, knife, and almost like a tray you get in a prison. And I don't know.
Special. The kind of shite gadgets that IKEA try to send you that have got no use in practical terms.
It's like one of the plates Tesco use in the cafe, so it looks like you got more food. They put it all in its own little compartment.
You're supposed to eat your food with a large pair of tweezers, apparently.
It helps your digestion to eat slow.
Yeah, I guess so.
And then she's just checking out. Do I wear the black one? Do I wear the white one? Goes with the white one.
Yeah, shocking, yeah.
What is this?
Yeah, it's all pointless.
It's a waste of my Wednesday night, Brown. But hey, who gives a fuck? We're on the Captain Morgans. Life's good. Got Melvin on.
The idea with these two that she is now his surrogate mother. She needed a pet gimp, right, for manly duties, and he needed a surrogate mother because he hates the one he's got. So that's the weird relationship, and everything being white is just to kind of, I think, emphasize how sterile everything is, how sterile the relationship is. There's nothing in it. It's just
very good.
It's very clinical. They're just fulfilling a simple need for each other. He needs a mother, she needs a servant. That's it.
All right.
Brian, available, please, buddy.
That's what you can do when you actually stay sober, folks. There we go from Melvin. Well done. You got one there, Brian.
Brian, you available?
Tom, with a range for £2 says, reconsider your life. You will.
Thank you, my friend.
I'm really fond of this character. This is my favorite character. I think I love her. I like her dynamism on screen. I like her intensity. She's great.
Oh.
I love this character.
Oh, the one conversing with Cassian. Do you know who Cassian is, Brown? Do we need to bring you up to speed?
No,
This guy? No
who's
idea.
that? Who's that?
He's the Coruscant weatherman.
Okay.
You wouldn't want to
You
take a pay slip home to her missing a fiver, would you? I think you'd get a solid slap to the giblets from this.
I bet she would tat up quite well.
Well, here we go. Another decent looking woman. Melvin's like, oh no.
Well, look,
Max
come
out
on.
of Max out of 10. Brown?
Well, Echo, you've took it. You've took it right out my mouth. As such. We don't get you on often, Echo. So come on. If you were to give a score on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give this fine young lady?
From 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest.
Yeah. 1 to
Well,
10
we
that
don't
scale.
like to specify. We leave that open to imagination.
You know what? I like this chick, so I'm going with an 8 for this chick.
He's going 8. I don't know if that probably boots him off for that, Brown. I don't know what you think.
Most of the chat are going for 1.
Well,
I know they've got strange taste.
So they only give
Gavin-
her 1. Imagine.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wouldn't call her an 8, but she's all right. I bet she'd tat up to being an 8.
She tart up.
Yeah, tat up. Wear something nice.
Tart.
Do her makeup. Tat up.
I don't like the dialogue on this scene, so can we go for some alternative dialogue and an alternative accents? Brian, can you take up Archer Colin, please, on this alternative line?
Archer Colin with the round says,
Can I interest you in the changing your energy supply?
You don't picture that at the other end of the phone, though, do you? Very good.
Look at the confusion on her face. You know what she's thinking? She's thinking, what do you mean I look like a 12-year-old boy?
can we stop talking about 12-year-old boys for the love
Why
of God?
can't he fly the ship?
Because the plot requires it, bro.
Yeah, this was really stupid. They sent him to steal a ship that he can't fly. That
Yeah.
nobody can fly. That none of the Empire pilots will be able to fly unless they sent them for new training. Where is the point in that? Where's the point? Making a spaceship, none of your pilots can fly.
Is
That'll
that
fix them.
why he
That'll
was
fix the
going-
rebels?
Sorry, because Porkins would have been able to fly. Is that why he was
Porkins?
meeting him?
Porco, not Porkins.
Ins.
Porco.
Hawkins, oh, it'd be great if we saw
Oh, it would have been
Porkins.
amazing.
Is he still alive? No,
Because
he's
he
not
would have been alive. He would have been alive.
At this point,
Who
yeah.
would you? Okay,
Yeah.
who would you get to play a Porkins?
James Gordon.
Oh, I was waiting for that.
Zendaya.
Zendaya.
Should have been.
Do you know, he
Paul
says in this scene he
Atkinsons.
can't fly the ship, and then, spoiler alert,
flies it.
later on he's flying it about very adept. How does that happen?
Yeah, shooting all kinds of shit, isn't he? Yeah.
They must have sent him some instructions, which they probably should have given before they sent him on the mission. And you would have thought, the big girl in episode 1, that's where he's stealing the ship from in the hangar. You would have thought she'd have said the controls are different in this one. You might want to get up to speed.
Yeah.
Just
You
go
would have
back a
thought-
minute.
Go back.
Just one slide. I've been.
Another
He's
one.
in,
Of it.
he's in space.
Yeah.
Or is that
How
just
could be
me?
upside down?
Yeah,
How could
Well,
well, upside
you know,
down if
it's
it's in
all
space?
relative.
Is that what you're saying?
there's no upside down. He's got artificial gravity.
Hmm.
So the artificial gravity,
Cocktails, though.
the artificial gravity stuck him to the ceiling for some reason. I don't know. He pushed the wrong button.
I've been upside down for 2 days, and there is no shitter anywhere.
Tenacious Dick is asking, what number slide is this one? Do we give him the
59.
bad news or the good news, Brown?
59.
The good news is we're on slide 93, so we're doing well. The bad news is there are 400 slides, so
No, there
I
isn't.
don't know.
Here you go, and on. Hello, my friend. I do as well. Who is this guy, by the way? I really hope this Andor guy survives.
Oh.
Fingers
Yeah,
crossed.
So do I.
Fingers
Yeah,
crossed.
fingers
Yeah.
crossed, mate. Yes, very good.
Somehow, that explosion, because he was standing behind
Toothy.
Jen Erso, she shielded him. It might be okay.
Oh God. In Disney canon, maybe. You never know.
Do we have a name for this character? The call center
Cassian.
girl? No, the call center operative.
Mandy.
We
No?
do.
Mandy.
Mandy. Mandy'll do. She puts the man in Mandy, doesn't she? That's for sure.
Oh, yes.
So, okay, well, let's get technical here. Let's bring Echo back in because Echo, there is an issue, isn't there, where Cassian's trying to get home, but the Empire are up to all kinds of shenanigans. What's going on?
A frequency blockade between where and where?
Oh, well, now you're asking questions that
The
only Gilroy can
frequency
answer.
blockades on the planet that Bix is on. And the reason it's been blocked is because of the audit. No one gets in, no one gets out.
Shouldn't they just say they're blocking the signal? Frequency blockade.
Tense music playing.
Z's not here. We can't do this,
Shit.
guys.
Shall I do it then?
Yes.
Well,
Tense music playing.
There you go.
Well,
Off.
I can tell you that is uncannily the sound of the local ice cream van. Magical. I'm in my work at home office and sweating my balls
Oh,
off.
do you work from home?
Work from home, and it's a bit hot weather at the moment. Sweating my balls off in my full three-piece suits, and I hear that music playing, and I run outside for a good old what are they called? 69er. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
you got to say that was my escape music back when I was a bag thief.
So Melvin, it's 2 a.m. outside some gritty Glasgow clubs with there's fat chicks in white pants who got big rumps, and there's blokes outside kebab stores, and there's ruckus and smashing beer bottles. And then that woman appears in the lamplight, and you're saying that she's not even an 8. Is that your story?
No.
The picture that
An
Echo's
8's
just
a pretty
painted.
high score, An 8 is a pretty high score.
It's
It's like an 8 isn't far off a 10. An 8 is pretty good. I wouldn't say she's an 8. I don't know. I've not seen her in a bikini. But like I say,
Okay, Melvin, we need to understand the scale. So on your scale, what's a 1 and what's a 10? We need an example of each.
What's a 1? I don't know.
Yeah.
Give me a minute.
Haley
Give me a
Atwell.
minute. Okay, right. Okay. Here's one everybody knows. Like a peak Raquel Welch is a 10, right? Can we agree?
Oh, okay.
It's-
Well,
yeah.
No arguments there.
Then, but okay.
Right. So what's a 1? What's a 1?
Kathleen Kennedy.
No. So we're going like somebody of like a dating age, right? So not Kathleen Kennedy.
Bella
Pat
Emberg.
Butcher. Pat Butcher.
Yeah, Bella Emberg is a 1.
Lorraine Kelly, someone says. Jesus Christ.
Who's the
I don't know. Is Lorraine Kelly the 1 or the 10? That's confusing.
who's the one in who's that girl in that they them in Last of Us, Two of Us or whatever?
Yeah,
Oh,
common
that's
people
hard,
says
bro.
that. Phila Ramsey.
Yeah, she's gonna be a dad.
What's that all about?
Did anybody see that?
What?
What was the context for that comment?
It was a clip that was on, somebody posted it on the Twats from the TV show saying, I'm going to be
saw
a
it, but-
dad. It's like, what the
was it?
what?
But what's the context?
No idea because I don't watch it.
Why are you angry then if you don't know the fucking context, bro?
Have we settled on
dare you.
Melvin's?
How dare you?
Great.
Melvin, you should have the final say. It's your scale. What's
How
your
dare-
1?
How dare you?
Well, Bella Emberg is a 1, right?
Yeah, but she's
Bella
funny though, isn't she?
Oh.
True.
Echo, do you
John
know
French.
who Bella Emberg
John
is, Echo?
French. Somebody like
No,
that.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, you've got
I'm
to
in the
right,
dark
okay.
about her. As,
Google.
as, um,
Right,
yeah.
Echo, this is what you do. Go to your desktop, go where the Google icon is, double click on that, go to Google Images, put Bella Emberg hot, and then
Oh,
let me
here's
know how
one.
you
A
get on,
more
Echo.
name. Have any of you ever watched The Handmaid's Tale?
No,
Any of
because
Oh,
I'm
we got
not
some-
a menopausal woman.
We got some context. Bob Smith, 9866. Hello, Bob. Context is her bisexual GF was pregnant. So
Who
she
did it though? It
says.
wasn't her.
So she said, "I'm going to be a dad."
I'd demand a DNA test. I think she's going to be disappointed. But that
I
said,
think
The
we're going-
Handmaid's Tale, the woman that's in The Handmaid's Tale, that is like a low-level one.
A low-level one,
A
Jesus
very
Christ.
low-level one. That is a
Okay.
serious case of ugly.
Okay, well, look, when we started this
Oh,
conversation, we only had
fuck
about 80 odd watches. Now we're pushing 100, Brown.
Well,
so
we're not
maybe
even
we can
talking about Andor either, are we?
No, the Melvin scale of hotness is what the people want to hear. So, okay, back to, do you know who this guy is, Brown?
Diego Luna, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who's he playing?
I don't know,
moving
but
on.
they've gone full light on him there, haven't they? Just a bit of a
Yeah.
washout, that one. Do we like, just to skip back, do we like the cockpit there, Brian?
No, I don't like it at all.
No, it's a bit fancy, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't like the
garish.
crisscross action going on. It's a bit shit.
There was another strange thing about this. Why did they have so much space in it and no seats? Like, why is all that gap there?
Is it to allow the big fat engineer in? The huge arse, possibly.
And it's got lighting panels, like on the Death Star with those kind of
Oh, yeah.
yeah, look, but the homage to the
Yeah.
Death Star.
Yeah, there was stuff like that in the original TIE Fighters, but it wasn't quite that intricate. It was just like kind of whatever kind of writing, kind of like Chinese looking writing, but not, like Predator looking writing. And it's lit up in the cockpits of the normal TIE Fighters.
It's Orabesh rating.
Orabesh, Paul.
What?
Mr. Brown, we appear to be at the end of the. Oh no!
Were
Now we are. We're at the end of the slide deck now, Brown. So you
Okay,
need to.
so we're on the homeward
Brown's
leg.
changing the reel.
On the homeward leg now.
Oh, we're halfway there. Living on a prayer. Here we go. Okay, back to this
Oh, that's a line.
resting bitch face.
Yeah, I kept that in. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God.
Mother, you're dripping.
Horrendous. Okay. That was made for Z, wasn't it? So he's picked a hell of a week to go downhill on us. Hope you get better, Z. We're missing you, my friend.
This bird here, she's a one as well. She's quite hideous, isn't she? She
Well,
looks like
she was,
Sherlock Holmes.
Well, she looks like Bella Emberg, just after having Googled her.
Are we talking about the old one, Melvin, or the middle-aged one?
We're talking about the Imperial blonde master race one.
Yeah, I never know your taste in ladies.
Yeah.
Granny there's a one as well, but she's not of the age. I mean, there's none of them good looking, right?
Do you know, I'm beginning to think that the person who called us miserable twats is spot on. But anyway, moving on.
Get the T-shirt made, Brown.
Miserable
it's the best seller.
twats. Yeah.
5 bronzed Adonises here, passing judgment.
Well,
Oh, so,
we do our
there you
best.
go.
Jesus.
Behave.
Oh God.
But Brian, with your assessment, your cold analytical assessment of the relationship dynamics here, is there could somewhere deep down Dedra does feel kind of a little bit grateful by the fact that he did save her life in that one moment back in the day? Like at some latent
That's the
level.
only reason that I think that's the only reason they're together, isn't it? Really, you would think, and you can't imagine she has many suitors. Let's not be without being too cruel.
Yeah, I guess that's true. The boys don't come to her yard, is what you're saying.
Well, let's just say there's a reason some ladies join the military. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, I think that the actress is 45, right? I mean, I suppose you look like that.
Oof.
You get to
That's a
an
good
age where
age.
well, you can't get a kiss goodnight. Then you got to start taking extreme steps.
We haven't done one of these for a while, and it's our old friend Khalid who says, "If Bellerenberg fucked Ronnie Corbett."
That's good. That's a good quality
That's
comment.
another one for you to Google there, Echo. Ronnie Corbett.
Oh, I'm familiar with Ronnie Corbett.
Oh, you know a bit of Ronnie. Oh, that's good. That's
Mhm.
good.
Face it,
Brown.
she looks like Eugene Levy.
Oh, now you've lost me. Eugene who?
Eugene Levy, Levy.
Oh, don't know. Where's
a
this one? Is this a neighbour of
comic-
yours? Or?
Comedy actor from the 80s. You're old enough to remember this stuff.
I don't. I genuinely don't. What would I know him on, Melvin?
American Pie, the dad from American Pie.
Oh,
Oh, I never knew his name. The like a
the dad from American Pie.
curly, dark curly hair, glasses.
Yeah.
Yep. 5 o'clock shadow. Yep. Big old dick. Yep. Yep. As soon as I said that, Drew knew exactly what I meant. Yes. Okay. Brown, I need to go run and get another rum.
Okay.
Can you take the reins?
Okay.
Okay, I'll go and wet the whistle. Back in a moment.
I didn't watch any of season 1, so I haven't a clue about any of this. So what's the backstory? Anybody?
Well, the
It's just
problem here is that the Empire's only been going on for about 18 years at this point, so how can she have been raised in an Imperial Kinderblock?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
what Robot had said earlier. Yeah, because she said she was in it since she was 3.
Yeah.
So the oldest she could be is 18, if that's the case.
Well, is it the son of Tatooine that causes bad skin? Was she on Tatooine?
I don't know.
Fucking clue what I'm on about.
I know what you mean, bro. Just,
Too
Tatooine
many
doesn't
free
have a son,
radicals.
it's 2.
Is Tatooine in this?
Tatooine has 2 sons, Brun.
Not so far.
Well, that's double
mean-
the UV then, isn't it?
It could suggest that she maybe was 10 or something when her parents were rounded up.
Here you go.
Like-
Amelia Bedelia. Hello, Amelia. Wrenched 3 plus 18 is 21.
No, but 15 years before, though. The Empire's been in power about 15 years, right?
Hmm.
Amelia Bedelia. Right. She's not 21.
No.
But, yeah, I don't think the Tatooine sun gives you a face like a horse, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
It doesn't alter her physiognomy.
She's very equine.
Hmm.
Very
This is
equine. I've probably heard a Scot using that term. Usually it's your face like a horse.
I used to live near Newmarket.
Face like well scaled tars, as they say. Anyway, moving on.
Why is this scene in this anyway? Do we know?
To annoy me.
Oh, it's over, so that's good.
Anybody?
The only thing
Well,
I
like
can
I was
think about
saying,
is to make it. Oh, sorry, Echo.
Welcome to.
Well, didn't get. Well, I was just
Talking
saying
over
before
each
that it's because they realize that these 2 actresses are great actresses by themselves. So wouldn't it be delicious to have them in a prolonged scene together? It doesn't advance the plot along, but everyone in the cast and the show and the showrunners loves
Just
it.
enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think it's
Possibly.
Is it just
There's a s-
self-indulgence then?
No, I don't think so. There's a scene that happens in episode 8 that is helped by Cyril looking like a twat constantly.
Cyril?
I
Who's Cyril?
I can't. Oh,
Yeah.
fuck
Is
off,
that-
They
bro.
called him,
is-
they called Douglas
it-
Murray.
Kyle
That's,
MacLachlan. Kyle
Oh,
MacLachlan.
it's not the Spanish-looking geezer.
No,
imagine
Okay.
calling the character Cyril. Seriously.
I can't make this point without giving you serious spoilers.
My
for it.
when I was my
Welcome to
hairdresser.
Talking Over the-
Welcome to Talking Over. My hairdresser when I was a
What? You
wee
don't have any hair,
child
Brian. What are you
was
talking
co-
about?
Well, when I was young, growing up in the 70s, he was called Cyril.
Hmm.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Then.
That's the content you tuned in for, folks.
yeah, that's the worst anecdote I've ever heard. It went nowhere. It had no point. That's astounding.
That's up there
Wow.
with I didn't enjoy the film because the air conditioning was too cold in terms of film.
And the
review.
speaker was farting as well. We've got a super chat. Echo, are you available, mate?
Yes, sir.
Please.
How are you, lads? Mega Spidey-Man exclaims for £5. Hope you're doing very
Wrenched,
well.
€5.
Wrenched.
by the way.
€5. Oh, is it euros? Yeah. To Wall, what's your favorite piece of Star Wars music? Well, for me, it has to be Empire Strikes Back with the Imperial fleet, with the Imperial March, with its Wagnerian
Imperial March.
strains. You can't do better than that. Although, in A New Hope with the Binary Sunset, the strains of that is also pretty beautiful.
Imperial March for me is just peak. Melvin?
The opening scroll, most iconic bit that always hits me.
Oh, can you imagine listening to that first time in the cinema?
I can still remember it.
Oh. Brian?
In the original trilogy, I'm torn between the Binary Sunset and Leia's theme. In terms of the prequel trilogy, I'm going to go for Padme's Rumination. I think it's a horrendously underrated piece of music. And that's the music that plays when Anakin and Padme have that little silent moment before Anakin turns to the dark side. I think it's just a wonderful piece of music.
Is it Leia's theme that plays at the end of Empire Strikes Back with their, Luke's just woken up and
Yes.
had his hand replaced? It's very beautiful, isn't it? Like, I think that's the one that stays with me as the most kind of poignant.
It really is. I actually don't mind, I hate to say it, I don't mind Rey's theme. I think it's still another really good piece of music, but obviously nothing like as iconic as the rest.
Kick, Brian.
Okay, bye.
Ruin, what's your favourite Star Wars Last Jedi music?
Well, surprisingly not, no. My favourite out of all the Star Wars, now I'm going to surprise you all here. You know, in the Acolytes, when the witches were doing the old dance thing,
Power.
that was, honestly, that sent tingles up my old purple vein. Honestly, it was just something else, that one. How did it go? What were the lyrics on that one? They're all swaying, and there's what was it? It was all the things you said, all the things you said, running through my head. Beautiful.
A big shout out to the musical strains when Darth Vader and Luke are having their final lightsaber duel, and the music underneath that is also pretty powerful stuff.
That's the problem with Andor, actually. Anything Star Wars needs John Williams, because I think John Williams' music is half of it.
Yeah. So the DNA of it. All right, so she's getting married to Draco Malfoy, and let's see what happens.
Deccan Skulden.
How
Played
old are
by-
these again?
He's 13 canonically. This actor's name is Finlay Glasgow. That's his name.
Oh,
Finlay
wow.
Glasgow.
Finlay
Where's he from?
Glasgow.
Where's he from?
Leeds. I don't know.
It's weird. There's loads of people called Glasgow who are not from Glasgow. We should kill them.
You know, one of my favourite footballer names was a chap called Jock McSporran. I do like. Please tell me he's from
Wales.
You know, there was a jockey. There was a jockey in the UK. He was called Michael Bastard. True story.
You know,
Dundee United used to have a striker called Jason Scotland, and he scored at Hampden, which is the Scotland national team's stadium. And someone said, "It's nice to see Scotland finally scoring at Hampden for a change."
oh, brutal. So, come on, while we've got all the retrobates here together, it's a Wednesday night, we're all having a good time. So, we've got Jock McSporran's about the most Scottish name I can think of. What about Mr. Brown's hometown of Leeds? What's the most Leeds type name we can think of?
Jimmy Savile.
The home of Savile. What about New Zealand? So, when I think of New Zealand, I just think of sheep.
Well, there is a cool thing where like Maori, like a Maori young woman, it'll usually be an American pop singer, then an American state, and then a Maori name. So it'll be like Brittany, Montana, Nahiamuta, something like that. So that's usually the formulation.
That's like travels over here. They're all called like Savannah and things like that.
Cartoon man.
I can say that because I'm a traveler. So there you go. Right, I'm not being racist.
You're a traveller, Melvin. Oh,
That explains
Where
quite
have
a
you
lot.
been?
Doesn't it?
where have you been on your travels, Melvin? What's your favorite place?
My favourite place? Ooh,
Edinburgh,
Australia.
Australia. Oh,
Yeah.
you
If I
taking
could,
the piss?
if I had
got
money
echo on.
and I could live anywhere, I would live in Australia.
Oh, not New Zealand. No, the land of the sheep.
I've not been to New Zealand.
Oh, Echo, can you give us a sales pitch in 5 words, no more, no less, for New Zealand?
5 words. 5 words. Clean, green, chill, natural, me.
It's-
And what about
was-
New Zealand?
Wow. Yeah. So
wow,
that's my pitch.
I like it.
Here you go. 4 words.
Oh, of
The
course.
Rings.
Yeah. Well, look, we're back to the Jolly Green Giants and Puby Head. I don't know who he is or what he's doing, but oh no, we were only with them very briefly. We're back to the
That
mother-in-law.
was the sorry, room, but that was the thing. Like we just had it went back for like 5 or 10 seconds
Yeah.
to the
Yes.
wedding, and then it does.
Yeah.
There's a 5 or 10 second scene somewhere else.
Yeah.
The continuity was awful. in
I
this
just don't
episode.
understand why it's
Yeah.
doing it.
You know my thoughts on this, Brown. Call me a cynical old fart, but
Cynical
is
fart.
Gilroy? Thank you. Is Gilroy trying to inject some kind of pace which just doesn't exist? I mean,
To
what?
stop, to make sure you've not nodded off, probably.
Yeah,
I don't
well,
know.
didn't work. Back to the mother-in-law now. She's really, I mean, it's firstly strange way to grip a spoon, and then she's really going for it here, isn't she? I mean, good God.
You know, this whole thing could have been like a 3-minute scene, and they could have moved on from it
Yeah.
and never come back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Or just one scene. Yeah, just one scene.
Now this is where it gets somewhat interesting, because the beta male decides he's going off to the little boy's room, and then Deirdre, is it Deirdre? Deirdre?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dedra.
She kind of changes here, doesn't she, Brian? What's basically?
The mask slips.
Yeah,
Yes,
the
it
mask
does.
slips. Well, mask is whipped off, some would say. So talk us through this one, Brian, because it's quite an interesting scene.
Is it? Is that an interesting
it?
scene? She loses
Well-
the plot and basically says, parental access rights will be out the window unless you start to get a grip, you old bastard. That's essentially the breakdown of the entire scene.
Oh, we'll skip forward 23 slides then,
Yep,
shall we?
There we go.
Deirdre and Cyril. This is Coronation Street.
Yes,
Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee.
we're now Gilad.
Honestly, I don't know what they were thinking. This could have been good. You probably, when this is finished, if you take the 12 episodes and chop half of it away,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
you probably have something decent.
A supercut, yeah.
Obi-Wan Darkside with quite an interesting point there he's making about.
Oh, well, that makes a change. Where's that one? Oh, right.
Obi-Wan Darkside, Deirdre Barlow, rest in peace, isn't bad when she takes the glasses
Is she
off.
dead?
Yeah,
Is
Deirdre.
Deirdre Barlow dead?
And
She
Kurt,
is.
is it Kurt
Yeah.
Bride? She died, yeah.
Yep.
Hang on,
Yeah.
bit of respect. Put some respect on it. It's Deirdre Rashid, if you don't mind. How dare you use a maiden name?
Sorry.
Well, it's not even a maiden name, was it? It was
it's
Ken Ball.
Yeah, Ken Barlow.
Yeah. Echo, have you
She
got
have
any
an
idea
affair?
these people were talking about? Deirdre
Yeah.
Rashid, Barlow.
Yeah,
You do
didn't
know?
she?
Oh.
She had an affair with the Indian guy from the corner shop.
And Mike
That was-
Baldwin.
Yeah.
Oh.
Rest in peace,
You know,
Johnny
it's like-
Briggs.
I know it's not nice to speak ill of the dead, but
Oh no.
Good, you're going to do it anyway. Go on.
I'll keep it to myself. I'll keep it to myself.
No.
I'm not saying it. Carry on. Move on.
No, we
Ken
can't,
Barlow.
Melvin. We got to know now. Go on, we'll
No.
cross our fingers so it doesn't
No.
count. Please
Just
go
type
ahead,
in it.
speak ill.
Type in the chat in, Melvin. That's
Yeah, put it in the
under a
chat.
Stooge
Melvin.
account.
Nah,
Put it in the private chat.
I'm
We'll
not
put it
saying
on
it.
the.
I'm not saying it.
Oh,
I'm not going to be
take
that
it.
person speaking ill of the dead. I'll save it
We got a super chat.
when
Did we
I'm
do
drunk
this one?
next.
Mega Spider-Man wrench, €2. Will everyone be here for the Rot stream?
What is it? When is it? And
We're gonna do something bank holiday Monday, end of May.
okay,
Because
For
I think it's
Rent-
actually on. It's actually on the genuine Star Wars day, coincidentally.
oh, okay.
So
What date is that, Brown?
the
25th of May.
which is also
Oh,
Swappers' birthday as well.
Oh no, the 25th of Sunday. Is that when you're doing it? Is it?
I think so, yeah. Or
Oh.
Saturday. Why? What's up?
No, just looking at the old diary. I might not be able to do it, but anyway, never mind.
Well,
we're now comparing personal diaries on a live stream. So it's ridiculous. Anyway, back to Andor. What's that droid in the background there? The white thing. What does that one do? Make coffee?
I reckon it does. I reckon it's a coffee maker.
Yeah, I need one of those. That's great.
They don't call it coffee, do they? They call it calf.
Calf?
Yeah.
Is it calf?
The Uncle Harlow testimonials.
Okay, let's go to Melvin for this one. Melvin, you've been out on the lash, watching your beloved Heart of Melothian suffering another terrible defeat to Air United. You've gone a little bit heavy on the old Iron Brew and vodka. You wake up the next morning, you don't know where you are, you turn in your bed and you're faced with this. How are you feeling, Melvin? Are you okay with it? Or are you...
I would pretend I was dead.
Pretend you were dead. That's a terrible strategy.
It would get me out of there.
Oh, wow, okay. So there's a bit of what are we calling it? Head working or bribery or yeah. What a bitch.
Aggressive negotiations, possibly.
Strong female.
Yes, it is.
Can we fast forward this?
Brown.
But what are you supposed to feel? These are three shitty people. So what are you supposed to feel when you're watching this scene?
Well, yeah.
Wonderment.
That's the writer in you, Echo, almost trying to, elicit a plot from this shit.
That was to fast forward slightly. A point Brian made about a certain scene having like being a good payoff for some of this crap, and it was correct. But my point was why would you care about any of these people? It's like, who cares about these people? They shouldn't be here. It's pointless. It's pointless them existing. They serve no purpose to any of it.
Oh, no, it's just, we can't miss out Gavin's rating system.
The story would have been no different without these.
Exactly.
It would have been less boring.
I think the most generous, the idea would be that it's to make you, just when you think that you've decided that this character is purely evil and malevolent, and then you tuck them into that category, and then they do a scene like this to try and give them more characterization and make them slightly more sympathetic. So it's trying to do that, but it's just boring. So I don't know. And I said, like someone said before, you could have done this in a 3-minute scene, tight, compact, zipped along. Would have been great.
It didn't make.
It's nice how they make her dress the one item of color, and the whole scene is quite nice.
Oh yeah, very nice.
And Breaking Bad, right? Who talk about a slow burn done properly. In Breaking Bad, there was not one scene wasted. Not one scene was wasted. Everything had a place. Every single thing.
Yeah, like if there is a scene which is kind of slow, you're still preoccupied with what's going on, you still have that low-lying tension about other stuff. Whereas here, you don't have any low-lying tension about anything else that's going on.
Yeah, because nothing has happened yet in the first 3 episodes. There's literally nothing. They put Andor on that spaceship and sent him to the planet to get him out the way for 3 episodes while they were doing the wedding. Because they needed a 3-episode wedding.
Brian, I don't know if Steele Saunders is still with us, but if he is, could he read out this one, please?
Sly Jester of the World of Sport logo in the chat says, I just took a 20-minute phone call and feel you'll have only progressed 3, maybe 4 slides.
Yeah. Would it be possible to just skip past this stuff? Because there's nothing here to talk about.
Oh, okay.
Andy Mill.
Brown, you need to fast forward to episode 8, if you would, please. And then we
Like
can,
the shit
we can
about
really...
the shit about the statue was all redundant and pointless. Who cares?
Oh no, I like the statue. What was it called? The ham shank? What
episode was that in?
Fucking hell.
What episode?
I was
that
waiting for
in?
the statue to come to life and start fucking shit up. It would have been great, but no.
The statue provides the reason for Luthen to be there.
Can you go back to the statue for a second, Ruin?
I'm thinking of a different.
Yeah,
I just want to call it. I just want to call it Downs Oscar.
Oh, he's gone there, folks. He's gone there. Just for the record, the Brown Lives channel has no legal responsibility for any of the commentary
Yes.
to get. No, okay, it's okay, Echo. We love you, and Brown will send his legal team on to rescue you out of that one. Yeah, big. Well, he gives a whole backstory. We have more fucking backstory for this statue than we have any of the characters in this show. It's fantastic. Oh, here he is. Where's Common? Take a drink, you man babies. So here's a question for anyone paying attention. This guy was had a lot of screen time and seemed quite integral to the show in season 1. Season 2, he just rocks up, smiles, and disappears. I mean, what's going on? Are they giving the old Rose Tico treatments? What's going on?
He spawns like in a video game. He appears around a corner smiling and sauntering, and then says something, and then disappears smiling and sauntering, and it's weird.
It's a bait and switch. They put him in season 1 more to let you think you were going to get like a half decent actor in the series, and then it's like, no, you're getting a wedding and some marriage problems. That's what you're getting. So shut up.
A lot of the plot of episodes coming up revolve around him and his actions.
He's not in it much, though.
Well, it doesn't really need to be in terms of what's happened with the plot. Everything's driven. Most of the stuff's driven by him, at least on the rebellion
it would
side.
certainly be better if he was in it more, though, wouldn't it? I mean, it would be better than this.
True.
Surely.
Very true. Yep.
Brown, could you read this super chat from Fat Lobber, please?
Super chats. Fat or lobber arranged was what Downs ladies have no antagonistic muscles, which means their legs can go anywhere.
Wow.
Damn.
I think he's making that up.
Fact of the
What are
day.
you going on about, Fat? What are you talking about?
You've just
Maybe
lost
some of the
11
Goebbels there.
watches in one fell swoop there. I like this one from Obi Stonks Kenobi. No wonder Obi-Wan fucked off to Tatooine if all if he had to put up with these boring fuckers all day. Yeah, true. So,
Common people.
basically, don't worry, folks, we're getting there. It's the wedding. And
Whoa.
oh, come on now. Let's be. And
Whoa.
Oh my! No, you're kidding me. Come on.
oh, what? Who let him
Good
in?
morning from the future. Future.
Oh my!
Fuck, it's the real one. I thought it was one of Swapper's dodgy
Good day.
Good morning from the future. Oh, hang on. I've got an echo.
It's the real
again.
one. I thought it was one of Swapper's.
2 echoes.
Echo.
Yeah. Right,
Is it
why
the
did you
real
make
one? I thought it
another?
was one of
Why did you make
Swapper's.
another Andor video? What's wrong with you? Why would you do
Well,
that?
it's the same video, but I was getting into
Oh.
trouble for the words. I thought I got rid of all the bad words, but I hadn't. Actually, now I can't tell you what those words are, and here you'll get in trouble too. But there was one that surprised me. One was from Pulp Fiction, which was a word I never knew you weren't meant to say on here.
Right?
Bumhole, was it? No, you're
He
okay
wears
with
a black
bumhole. Oh,
suit
it's so
and
good
he
to
wears
see
a
you,
black-
Robot Ed. I'm so glad to have you on.
Oh, I'm glad to be here. I saw it was the highlight big guns on today, so I thought, I wonder if they'll let me in.
Wow. Yeah, it's crazy. We've got two from the land down under. We've got two miserable old Scots, and then we've got two. We've got a red rose, a white rose. Oh, it's all going off in here. It's fantastic.
Very
You
diverse.
missed out. It is
Orga-
diverse.
org-
Yes,
This
we've
is
got
organic, woke.
every
organic.
gender and ethnicity and everything.
What sold it to
Robot
me is
Ed.
when you said, Brownie, could you take over for a minute? And he said, I haven't watched 1 minute of this show. I thought that's selling it to me to join in.
That happens more often than you think.
Yeah. So the Australian election is super exciting, and I was delighted to see that there's a new electorate called Bullwinkle in Australia.
Oh, yes. That's where all the classy people live in Australia. Let's not get into politics. I get enough trouble talking about this show.
Yeah, that's true.
So hang on, I'm confused. We've got Robot Head on the stream and we've got Robot Head in the chat. I don't know what. Have we got the real one on the stream or have we got the real one on the chat?
I'm the
It's hard
fake
to
one.
know, isn't it?
There's an imposter
Okay.
somewhere.
Well, look, we've got you on, Robot Head. We might as well ask you. Now that you've had time to watch a little bit of this show and digest it and process your thoughts, who's your favorite Predator? Is it Savile? Is it
Savile's up
Harris?
there. He wasn't as
Savile's
big as
up
you.
there.
Rolf
Glitter?
Harris as well.
Yeah, Rolf
I
Harris.
had you down as a glitter man.
There was stuff come out about Smokey Robinson today.
Oh yeah, that was just dispiriting. Fuck. God damn
Allegedly.
it.
Has he joined the group, has he? Did he
Apparently.
just join the group chat?
He's
What's
been
he been up to?
getting touchy-feely with his housekeepers
Oh, I'll have to add him to the list now, won't I?
for that big video you're going to do.
Someone just said Russell Brand, but he's all right. He's found God, so that's his way out, apparently.
Yeah.
I love how Brownie's getting plaudits for the talent he's got on the screen. What they don't know, it was literally just me and Brown in the green room about 2 minutes to 10. We had nothing. We had absolutely nothing. Swappers pulled out. Z's gone downhill. And somehow, look what you've ended up with, Brown. It's fabulous, isn't
Somehow, Robot Head returned and Echo Chamberlain. And,
Well, he heard Brown. He heard your anecdote about getting a haircut in the 1970s, and thought, "Oh, I got to be part of this."
Cyril,
This
yeah.
is cracking action.
I love the way the chat are just coming up with the most random Operation U-Tree characters. Stuart Hall.
we forgot this as well.
Cyril Smith.
Oh, Christ. Jesus.
Anyway, we haven't even got to the best scene yet. Who is this quiffy, grey-haired old fart who
This is
just
your aha lyrics.
knowing me,
Tacoma.
knowing you?
No.
This guy
Oh.
here
Aha,
played.
no, that's ABBA you're thinking about. It's aha. You sang it a couple of weeks ago. Tacoma, if you remember correctly.
Oh, yes, yes.
Tacoma, friend of Mon
Oh.
Mothma and soon-to-be corpse.
Oh, spoiler alert.
Anyway, this
Is there
guy
one
here.
good-looking guy in this show that's not over the age of 60? Like every guy in this show is like a feeble little cryboy or old and getting ready to go to a Liberace concert. Like I don't.
Are we
ever see him.
talking the
Plus, as it
panel on the
goes on.
stream, or are we talking the characters on the screen? Which one?
The last 3 episodes was
where
full of
the
men crying. It was ridiculous. It was like watching the second season of Starsky and Hutch.
All right, so
This
this
guy
guy,
here
he's
used to be
been
Patrick in Coupling. Do you remember Coupling?
Oh, I remember it. Yeah.
So he's
Yeah,
been
it's
sorting
just-
out Mon Mothma's financial issues and smoothing
Oh.
things over behind the scenes. And then now what does he want? Does he sort of have the hots for her, or is he feeling neglected that he's not getting anything out of it? Why is he so glum?
Because he hasn't had a finger up his bum.
Prostate
Maybe.
problems.
I'd know that look anywhere.
This whole conversation could have been done in 5 minutes, and it goes for 3 bloody
God.
days.
What have you made of it so far, Robot Head? Because we've suffered through 3 episodes of this shit and about 6.5 hours. But yeah, what are you making? I mean, obviously we've had a little more than 3 so far. But as we stand right now, 3 episodes in, what were your thoughts? Can you take us back?
I never thought in my wildest dreams, and this has been my biggest complaint, that it would be weddings and the fashion industry would be the 2 most important things in Star Wars. And the pacing, my God, that just, I thought I was at the wedding. I thought I was going to die before the wedding was over. And the next 3 don't get any better. I keep hearing this is the greatest show ever made. I haven't watched 7, 8, 9, and apparently, my God, I won't survive that. It's so good. But yeah, at this stage, I was not enjoying the show. I wasn't enjoying any of it. Hey, there's another alien at the wedding. I thought there was only one.
Yeah, I kept this because that's the one alien that I spotted.
Oh,
Spot
There
the
is
alien.
one other, I think. I didn't notice this one. Do you think it would with 2 big horns on his head?
well,
4 horns.
unfortunately, it's not even an alien. It's just a wedding guest wearing a mask. It's a
Yes.
shame.
Because every alien now is just a humanoid with a mask on. They can't really be bothered designing anything. But dresses, my God, do they go to town and designing dresses?
Tenacious Dick is asking the question that is on everyone's lips. Is this kid the husband?
Yes, he is.
Yes, apparently so. And the cousin, apparently. It's all legit. Anyway, back to... Now, this scene intrigued me, and if we had a... Well, we don't have Z, who's our resident droid, but we do have Robot Head, who's part droid, part man, part droid. This was strange, because we're not used to people being so tender and emotional with droids when they're
Hang on,
talking to them in Star
didn't you
Wars.
see the Solo movie? They were ripped.
Oh, well, that was a different kind of tender, loving, yes.
Look at him.
But-
He's had a bit of time with this thing. It's lonely out there on the funny planet.
Well, yeah, it is. That droid is of a certain height, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah.
And why do you think it's so nervous all the time? Doesn't know what's coming next.
So jolly
I
green
do-
giants, jolly old way with the old power droid. Is that what we're saying?
It's actually their portable shitter too, because none of the bloody ships have any toilets. So poor thing's got a horrible life.
Jesus Christ.
Why is he?
I like to
Why-
bring the mood up.
But best chat on the internet here, folks. We had someone join us briefly at the start, and they were horrified.
How come
We
this
needed
gets a
a
huge
warm-
laugh, but my Downs Oscar joke didn't get it? It was the crickets. What's wrong with you? The hypocrisy.
Look, too intelligent.
You just
Gotta
stick to
keep
your
them simple.
politics, mate.
Yeah, dicks,
We-
shit. That's about it, actually.
I
I'm
feel
pedos.
slighted. Yeah. Yeah, still laughing. Hypocrisy.
Why would a droid care whether one of its humanoid masters was prettier? Is that an issue, a problem?
More self-victimhood. That's one of the writers projecting here, isn't it?
Why does it look like a cross between a Kodak projector and was it Bob out of the black hole?
Mm.
Was it Bob?
That's what I
So
thought.
if Kojak
one of them-
fucked Bob out the black hole,
Bit of silent running in there too.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I couldn't get the name. That's Holdo's dad, obviously, in that fucking movie.
Yeah,
Uh,
Bruce
we got
down.
we got a super.
have we?
Give it to us.
Well, I'll leave it on this absolute stunner here while you bring the super up.
I'm stunned.
Who wants to do this one?
No one.
Ronnie Pickering. I can answer the question. Ronnie
20
Pickering for 20
Euro.
euros. For 20 euros. Do you know who I am? Okay.
Ronnie Pickering.
Okay,
Who the
chat.
fuck are you? Ronnie
Who do you think
Pickering.
Ronnie Pickering is? I have no clue.
Ronnie Pickering. I have heard the name. Where
Somebody
would I-
must have a
Ronnie
good answer.
Pickering. Who the fuck are you? There you go.
I mean,
Thank you,
Christ, I
Ronnie.
don't know the guy. God help all our guests from down under. Who's
It's a good
Ronnie
job
Pickering?
It's a good job. I just Google Ronnie Pickering.
Oh, Google image. Ronnie
The
Pickering.
video will probably be on YouTube. It's funny.
Okay.
Thank you, my friend. Cheers, Ronnie.
Yeah, cheers, Ronnie. Bob likes a ginger, even
You're
this
good
one.
lad.
Ronnie
Robot
Pickering
Head.
seems like he's a place
Seeing as
of
you've
worship.
joined us, Robot
Sorry.
Head,
Yes.
because we never, we never get into the romantics and attraction talk with you. We're always so deep in Star Wars lore. Robot Head, on a scale of Bella Emberg to who was it? Melvin? Who was it? The chick out of
Raquel Welch.
Raquel Welch.
Jeez.
in a Raquel Welch in the nursing home, and
Still-
Bella Remberg. Where would you place this fine young specimen?
And who's 1 and who's 10? 10, Raquel Welch, is she 10? She's not a 1, is she?
Yeah, that's an easy one, really, isn't it?
Well, on a
Yeah.
scale of
Yeah.
Lizzo from Prisoner Cell Block H to Rebecca Elmaloglu, there you go. That's make it a bit more
So-
Australian minded for you.
And how
Oh.
drunk am I? And what time of the morning is it?
I'd say let's go for 11:30 a.m. and you're half caked.
So now, okay. Oh, that's a little bit early. Yeah, I'd give her.
So
Oh,
Pauline
I-
Hanson
I
is
wanna say
1,
give her
Kylie
1.
Minogue, Pete Kylie Minogue 10.
Yes. Oh, no, well, what would she be here? Well, she doesn't look retarded, so I'd say 3.
3. Okay. That's a good 8 for Brown on the Brown scale, isn't it, Brown?
Mm.
No, it's a solid. I'd give her
That's a marriage proposal if you're Brown. That one.
No, I'd give her 1.
Oh, what?
Hey, someone's having a go at Raquel Welch being selected because someone's old. That hurt. That goes across time. Raquel Welch, how good looking
Yeah,
she was.
timeless.
Like,
Exactly.
It's got nothing to do with age. That's just got to do with taste.
Oh, there you go, Melvin. You have friends all over the planet. There we go.
That's because I said I would live in Australia, isn't it?
Ruin,
I've got a
I
spare
got
room.
an existential question for you. So,
Yes.
a lovely image of an exquisitely beautiful woman,
Yes.
but the image is it's a photograph from 100 years ago. So,
Oh,
if you wanted to have, let's say, a hand shandy, can you completely have out of your mind the fact of the reality of that woman's situation and present, divorced from her situation from the picture? Can you separate those
Well,
two things?
Why would you
In
do
other
that?
words, can you pull your wire to a corpse? Is that what you're asking, Echo? Is that
Well,
so can you can you pass those things? Is what I'm asking.
what a question. Okay. I'll lay it all on the table, the cock and the balls. Okay, here's my thoughts on this. I fond of a little bit of necrophilia, so I don't mind envisaging the old corpse, the corpse version of the.
Savile was into that as well.
Oh God, no!
And you're speaking
We're
to
not
someone
live
that,
now, are we, Bram?
you're speaking to someone that sleeps with Kathleen Kennedy, so
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So you could have a fun time focusing on the picture of the young woman, despite flying in the face of the facts of her actual circumstances.
Well, I don't know. Well, let's put this. I'm gonna pass this over to Melvin, because Melvin, are you thinking of the deceased Raquel Welch rotting maggots crawling through her eye sockets? Is that what you're thinking of? Or are you envisaging her in a prime? What are you
Yeah,
thinking of
probably,
the
you know,
old?
It's not the easiest choice I've ever been offered, but I'd probably go with the
rat
prime one.
snoring
Because
at a
I'm more of a
bones, Melvin.
traditionalist.
I think a better question, not just having the wank, is would you sleep with Bridget Bardot today? How she looked in the 60s. Now that's a good story to tell people that you slept with Bridget Bardot, but you have to do it today.
Alien
No,
or an animal.
no, it's only an animal. Yeah, no, he can't.
That's an
And
odd
look at the
looking
design
image.
of it. It's literally
looks
some
like it's-
boxes stacked up with a rag over it.
Yeah, strange.
Look how square its back is.
Yeah.
Cartoon Man 154 says necrophilia apparently more interesting than Andor. That's where we're at, folks.
Way more exciting.
And Obi Stonks Kenobi says that's just a cow covered in shit.
Isn't that every cow?
Okay,
That's-
getting
See,
to
that's a worse animatronic than one of them mechanical rodeo bulls, isn't it?
Oh, wow. We had some
Just-
good nights on those.
Just have a look at the design we've got to now in Star Wars. Like everyone raves at the show. The robot's square. It's got no shape to it whatsoever. The cow's square. It's got a square back. And we've got overalls and park benches. That's the effort they've gone to design this show. Now, I admit other parts look good, but Jesus Christ.
Disney have got a track record of raiding the previous concept art that George Lucas rejected and sticking it in because it's the closest they can get to old school Star Wars.
Or
Yeah, there's some
Rebel
nice knobs though. Always like a
Oh,
nice knob.
Nice
Got a
70s analog kind of look. They do get that right.
Can they bypass the compressor though?
So remind me, Jolly Green Giants and Timu, what we call that?
Vex.
Vex, Timu Vex. Oh, that'll do it. Okay. What's the relationship between these two? Vex Electronica.
No.
What's the relationship here? I need to bottom this out.
Don't
Well, it's him and the
know.
robot, and they watch the other two.
Was he in season 1? He was in season 1, right? He was one of the people that escaped.
Yeah, that's right.
Didn't
so
he get the
why have they
whole
come to this
rebellion
planet?
going at the end on the last episode? Wasn't he the one firing everyone up? I think. Of season one.
What a Brown! Can I just say, you put all this work in, but that's a fucking terrible screenshot. That what? Would you take this on your Nokia 8210?
Probably. I think he was moving, or the camera was moving.
So you don't watch the show, but you get the screenshots.
No, I watched the show.
You watch it?
Yeah, I watched it.
You said we don't need to watch it anymore.
No, I watched it. And do the slides at the same time.
Another.
Why do they always have men whose heads are smaller than the women?
I have to
So
go now.
off-putting.
My planet needs me.
Yeah, he
I
moves
thought
on
you were
pretty fast.
generally going then.
Welcome to Talking Over Each Other.
Brown, question.
Yes.
You know my rule, don't you, Brown? If it's closer than 10 centimeters, you
Go
got
for
to
it,
go
yeah.
all the way.
Yeah.
Go for it. Yeah. Now, does it matter that they're sister and brother? Does that matter?
10 centimeters. It must be interesting when you go shopping.
Who are these people anyway? Is this from the same show, or is this
From the same show, yes.
is this an advert or something? Okay.
Well, this is the what's his name? Can't remember.
Philippe Coutinho.
Will. This is Will.
Will.
Have you mentioned how much they've ripped off Rebel Moon?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
yeah.
Rebel Moon.
Yeah.
This is Rebel
That's
Moon.
hilarious. That's the funniest thing about watching this episode is just thinking about Zack Snyder losing his mind at home. It's made the show so much funnier.
It was the first thing that popped into my head when I started seeing like this part when they run with the cornfields and things. I thought, here we go. He should sue them. He should sue them.
He must be
Because-
furious.
Yeah, because it's pretty blatant, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is pretty.
And then you get the idiots online going, he didn't invent, looking at the sky. He didn't invent fields. It's like, come on. He handed him a script for a show. Lifted half of it.
Go on, Brown. Give us the Gavin's line there.
Gavin Blackburn wrenched Willer Sports. Bix got a brand new combine harvester. I'll give you
the key. Bum, bum, bum. Echo Chamberlain's just gone to pee and make coffee. Hopefully, 2 separate tasks. Not
Yeah, he's got his own kind of Kopi Luwak.
It is New Zealand.
Is
Music.
is
playing.
common people still with us, or has he gone to bed? Common people, I don't see you queuing up the drink, so come on, man, take a drink.
Yeah,
It's a
drink
field of
everybody.
good facial acting or chewing the scenery,
Yeah,
or
man.
is he getting a ham shank? Which one?
I'd rather be at this part of the story than back at the wedding. Like,
So look,
I
we've
think
got stormtroopers. So
Is he having a
that's thing.
piss? Looks like he's having a piss. The
And here we
stormtrooper.
go. It's have we got a name for this guy, this character?
Something with K.
Oh,
Catherine.
well, he's he's rocked up, isn't he? He's got all the gang, and he's calling the shots here. Oh, there we go, Sergeant Stang.
No, that's
It's
Kroll. Kroll.
Kroll.
Oh, his name is Commander Grape Weinstein.
Grape Weinstein.
Have you actually got a screenshot of every sentence in the show? I see you've just locked in the show for the rest of the year now. If you're not planning on doing anything else, get inside. Okay, next line.
Edge, no idea.
You're actually going through the script.
Oh God! I've
Got to
never
reenact every scene.
There's not enough rum in the whole of Lancashire for this scene. Oh God! So here we go, blasting through the wheat. I mean, this is as close you get to an action scene in Andor, isn't it?
Yep.
But hey, look, just when you think it's getting
Oh.
tedious, we go back to the old camp ballroom.
Fuck. Fucking hell. Does anybody actually like this program?
Everyone apparently.
Little Platoon, and who's the other one?
Mauler. Did you see Mauler's
Mauler.
post today saying that this 3-story arc? This is on Twitter, so he put this post saying this 3-story arc was a banger, and I scrolled through and looked at the comments, and I couldn't fucking believe what I was reading. These people are mental cases, not you, Mauler. People comment. The people commenting. These people are not right in the head. You see some of the comments. You've never seen such. Man. Just go and look at it. Just go and look at it. You'll see what I mean.
It's Emperor's New Groove, isn't it? It's no, sorry, not Emperor's New. The Emperor's. What's the fairy tale? Is it a fairy tale? Emperor's Clothes. What's the
Emperor's New Clothes? Is that what you're trying to?
I'm so sloshed. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Emperor's Clothes, New Clothes. Yeah. Yes.
You see that with a lot of stuff. Somebody says it's good, and everybody jumps on the bandwagon, and then people get scared to say that they actually think it's bad, and they just go along with it. But
I'm happy to say it's bad.
It's shite. It's so shit. It's so shit. It's not even roastable. That's the worst thing about it. At least we could absolutely take the piss out of Acolyte. And what was the other shite we did? The Skeleton Crew. And
if you condensed it, you could probably get some laughs at it. But it's too boring to be funny because the laughs are too far apart. You know, if you cut out all the
laughs, I must have missed those.
Well, you know, you can laugh at some of the stupidity. There's a lot of it.
The leeway it's getting because it's got the Star Wars brand above it is just this show's really shown how you can get away with anything, and not just on the quality, but it's just set in a completely different universe. It's as slow as fuck. There's no action, and if you dare say you want some action or fantasy, you're the dumbest fucking prick on the line. You can't handle this adult story.
Are we just not grown up enough to appreciate this? Is that what it is?
You're watching it wrong. You're not media literate. You're watching it wrong. You just want pew. That's what's wrong with you.
Common people kneeling in it's 1940s France wearing a Star Wars skin. That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you take that wrench off Common People and ban him from the channel, please?
I'll do that after the stream. Yeah.
No, it's fine. We take all opinions on board. It's all good. Okay, back to this. Apparently, there's a tense conversation going on. We're meant to give a shit. We don't. So instead, we just wonder whether this guy's. What do you make of? No, not Fat Lobber. Gavin's posturing. He says we are very mature here. Average age is 49. He's probably nailed that, hasn't he?
But we're obviously not mature enough to appreciate the story. Then is it aimed at 70-year-olds?
Here's the thing: if it's like a French Resistance story or something like that, it should be the whole point should be the tension that everything you're always right in the cusp of exposure, that you're just one slip away from being captured. But that's totally non-existent in the show, and that should be the whole point of it.
I think I'd rather watch Mosquito Squadron than proper war film.
That's what I don't get is like I don't need a French Resistance story in Star Wars.
No.
It can be done, but this fact that we're like pushing the envelope by making it more boring. Just
is that
I like when
moment
later on the French Resistance actually start wearing berets and long trench coats in episode 4 or 5 or something. I mean, like it's incredible how they've
fucking hello, isn't it?
They're even wearing the World War II style outfits, aren't they? They're even wearing the civilian stuff from the 1930s. It's
yeah.
Just
and for God's sake, don't mention trench coats. They'll start putting a 9-year-old girl up the dukelet. Kenobi.
If you have an audience that hasn't watched anything except Disney garbage, you can do all this, and they think it's incredible because they've never watched any other bloody fucking movie that was made before the last 10 years.
During the episodes,
I didn't know Franco was
4, 5, 6. They play a lot of tense music when there's nothing happening, and they're trying to build tension and make you think something's coming when nothing's coming and nothing happens, and it's just tense music and like guy walking, guy stops walking, tense music, guy walks again, tense music. It's like what the fuck is going on here?
And it's the same with the delivery of every line. Every line's important. Every line's delivered with tension, but there's no tension building. It's just all in the music and the half-assed delivery.
Who's this character on screen?
Bob Smith.
Cassian Candor.
Cassian
Candor. I reckon, along with what Robot Head was saying that, and I said I think maybe a couple of episodes ago, you could probably take the entire script for this, stick it into fucking Chat GPT or Grok or something, and get them to condense it, and it would probably come up with a better result.
Well, here's an interesting thought. If we take Cassian out of these first 3 episodes, does it change anything?
No.
I think Drinker called it, said he's on a holding pattern, essentially. That's true.
They put him on that planet to get him out of the way so they could have a wedding.
Yeah.
They just needed you. He needed to be there because it's called Andor, right? You couldn't not have Andor in it. Yeah. So they just go, okay, we'll stick him on this planet for 3 episodes, keep him out of the way while we have a party and have like some pensioners disco dancing.
Why did they call it Andor? It blows. Any name that doesn't.
It's the Mon Mothma show.
Yeah, or just Rebellion or something, or just give it because he's not important at all.
They should have called it
in later episodes to try and make him this big Jesus type figure.
Why didn't they just call this show Urso and be done with it?
She's not at all, is she?
Surely Mothma would have been more appropriate.
Yeah. You confuse the characters again, Brown.
I've got bad news for you, Mr. Brown.
Oh no,
I've been putting all the ages in the calculator, the average calculator. The average age of your fan base is appears to be 57, which means they'll all be dead in about the next 15 years.
They'll be dead before you finish reviewing this show.
Yeah, that's why you're losing subscribers, Brown.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Dying.
Enjoy it while it lasts, folks. Enjoy it while it lasts.
But here's the thing. Talk about a science fiction show with a $5 budget. Blake 7. You're on the edge of your seat with constant grueling tension about, them being tracked down and exposed and whatever. And they did that on a $5 budget.
Did you get Blake 7 in New Zealand? I'm guessing you must have, or you wouldn't be talking about it.
Oh, yeah.
They got the videotape after we had it. They sent the tape here. We all watched it and sent it over New Zealand.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
I love Blake 7 when it was first out, but I've never rewatched it. I probably should.
I started
What's
watching.
the Aussie? What's the Aussie channel that shows all the foreign stuff? Is it something 32 or something? What was it? I can't remember
SBS.
now.
There's
SBS. that was it.
SBS, which used to
Yeah.
be just the nudie channel. Not so much these days. It was sex and Nazis. That was it.
These days, the nudity
What
channel
more
is
do you want?
beach.
Here we go.
Speaking of which,
We're-
look at this guy.
We're
He looks
slowly building up to it.
Oh, we're getting to it. We're getting to the good bit. Before we do, though, Bob Smith 9866 says, "High average age is why the show is so sarcastic. Too much living leads to Downs jokes." Wow, that's
It's very profound.
Yeah,
it is,
deep.
isn't it? Very
Damn.
deep.
Damn.
It needed some tense music.
What kind of music would you pick for this kind of scene? Do you know what I mean?
I've got a
So-
brand new Combine Harvester. Was perfect.
Imagine asking John Williams, John, we've got a wee interesting scene coming up here. Do you think could you come up with something nice for a grape scene?
Brune,
Melvin.
can you make Slygester a mod?
Yeah, I'll do it after the thing.
Cool.
I mean, frankly, if you don't have a wrench against your name in the charter,
You're a nobody.
almost victimized.
What if
Some
you're
of my
this
favourite
guy's
people in the
agent?
chat don't have them on.
Like this guy's agent comes back to him and says, "Look, great news. Okay, you're going to be in Disney Star Wars, right? They've looked at your profile and they think you're perfect for a part. You're perfect for a role. And then you have to describe what the role is. Like you'd feel a little bit bummed out as an actor. Why did they choose me? Why do I stand out as the guy who's ideal for this role?"
He was excited until they told him it was a woman. And that put him off a bit.
He probably feels the same way as the old guy that was in the Jaguar advert felt when he got the job.
Probably.
Well, common people's leading the way with a name for this episode.
That's good.
Very good. Blaster wines.
Stop
Why
right there.
I got one.
They should have called
Oh,
this
back to the
episode-
wedding.
Oh,
They should have called it the Grapes of Wrath.
Almost.
should they? Brian,
Yes.
upbeat music playing.
I got do push
do,
pineapple
push
shake.
pineapple,
You're not going to
shake,
get much more
shake.
upbeat than that.
I like how if you say anything about how the music didn't suit the scene, all the clowns on Twitter, the jump in with, what do you think there was only one type of music in the galaxy? Like, it doesn't matter what you criticize in the show, it's that it's a big galaxy, and of course they would have had some of that music, or they would have had that
Have you
outfit, or they would
been
have had that harvester.
enjoying yourself on the Twit Twats of late?
Yes, it's firing up lately. It's and it's funny, and you can just get into it so quickly. You just get in one comment and they're off. It's great.
Brown, did this scene of a young pubic chap running through a field of wheat give you rave flashbacks?
No, I was thinking more of
The one
Sting,
before.
Fields of Gold.
Oh, yeah.
Said how Brownie got home from the raves. That's where he lives.
Robot Head, I have a still shot because I liked it so much. Have you engaged in a powerful, profound, discursive conversation with someone online where she says yes and you say nah, then she says yes, yes it is, then you say nope, then she says sorry, but it is a yes, and then you say not by any measure, and then she says yeah, and you say sorry, but it's a no. That's the conversation you had.
It's a hard job, I tell you. It's I mean, you were interviewing important people at the same time on your channel, actually having a real conversation, and that's what I'm doing.
So this is the meat of it, isn't it?
Well,
I know
she'll say-
you're illegal. Yeah.
The fact that they want to make Star Wars so boring, like when they were flying around in the OT, did you think about a leave? Like, didn't you get the impression that as a kid you could jump on a spaceship and just go to any planet, and that was
Yes.
the exciting part, you know,
Yeah.
freedom and women joining in on the flight, and you own a big, dog beast gorilla thing that sits in the co-pilot seat. And then in this, it's like visas and where you're allowed to be, and it's just it's not my Star Wars.
Well, we're not old enough to appreciate it, are we?
No.
Well, see this scene here. I could walk from my front door for half an hour and be there. It's not really escapism.
That doesn't help.
Yeah.
They did well getting good weather to shoot in.
That's the best you can
Well,
say
I mean,
about the show.
this isn't Scotland, but it's just a wheat field, right? I mean, we've got wheat fields here, and that's what they look like, exactly like that one. You know,
Where was it shot?
God, Z told us in the previous stream, but they specifically made this. They planted this proper wheat field so they could film it somewhere down in was it the Midlands or something?
Oh, that's an Inception trick, isn't it? Didn't he do that for Inception? Was it Inception? One of those.
Contraception.
Quick round the panel, because we all deal with stressful, busy lives. What's your favourite way of relaxing, Brian? Let's start with you.
Alcohol, of course.
Oh, of course.
It goes without saying.
Echo, what have you got?
Favorite way of relaxing?
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably making music.
I thought you were going to say making love for a moment. Making music.
To his hand.
I like how the question confused you. Relaxing? What's
what's that?
Yeah.
Why is it important to relax?
Melvin, I'm almost hesitant to ask, but have you got a way you would like to relax?
Doing.
There we go.
Oh, really? I think I'm pretty much relaxed all the time. I'm in
On edge, more like, mate.
a permanent state of relaxment. Yeah, listen to some music or play a game or something.
Oh, okay. Robot Head, what do you like to do to oil the joints and relax?
I like to pour
Go on
myself
Twitter.
a nice big bourbon, yes, and loosen the pants, open up Twitter, and just write, Andor is boring. And just sit back.
Just watch him go.
Post and ghost. Okay. Brownie, what about you?
You obviously want me to say masturbation, so I'll say masturbation.
I
think common people
Oh,
nailed it
cool.
there.
Well, I think Khalid's got your number,
Yeah.
Brown.
What noodle the wank, yes.
Why is that so accurate?
Good times. Good times.
Just thinking about last night's stream that Echo was hosting with Andrew Doyle, juxtaposed with talking about pot noodles and wanks on this stream. It's quite the come down.
Yeah.
Brown, we've not had a look at that moment for, I don't know, 10 hours? Is this one? No?
Tense music playing. Beep, beep, beep. Whirring.
They love that shot, don't they? They do
do?
that shot every time we go into the cockpit.
Oh, yes.
Yep. Hand on the ball gag. Yeah, they like that one.
Mm.
Oh, Jolly Green Giant's been arrested. And well, I mean, the stormtroopers are 6 foot. How big is Jolly Green Giant? He's got to be 7'5", 6.
He's a
I don't
big
know.
unit.
Yeah.
Paul Bunyan.
He can fill that red robot in one go.
You ever think that? The stuff you just put this in my head. When you see somebody really big, you got to imagine how big their shits would be.
Not usually.
We're talking about ladies.
Now I
Melvin.
might.
You just did this. I never thought about it before, but now I'm going to. Every time I see a big person, every time I see a big fat person, I think, oh yeah, they're going to be doing shit the size of their own head.
Brown, Sly Jester's kissing arse. He wants a wrench. So
He's got
it's
it.
up to you.
I've just done it.
He's got it. Oh, it's that simple. Yeah, so stormtroopers, very nice.
This is where the stormtroopers actually are quite accurate for once.
Oh,
The stormtroopers in the first movie, Star Wars 1977, are pretty accurate. It's only when it comes to the kind of plot armor, slightly in Empire and definitely in Return of the Jedi, where they get that kind of reputation. So
Did somebody not like bastard? Was it Swappers who didn't like the swear words?
I don't like it either. It's It's in The Last Jedi. Finn says it to Hux.
Oh, okay.
Bastard is now part of the Star Wars lexicon, as is arse, and I think there's another word later on.
There you go.
Grape.
That's the one.
No.
World swap short wrench. World swap. I used to watch Star Wars, see cool alien planets, not the fucking field at the end of the bloody garden.
He's right. Yeah.
Jokovic.
Okay, well, look, it's going to get a bit tense here, folks. We're going to have to handle this delicately, which is why we've got a hand-picked panel of retrobates specifically chosen to handle this delicate scene. So, she grabs his cock and he says, "Please don't." Is that what's happening?
That's how he's
the
gonna
only
remember it.
portmanteau. The only portmanteau I've been able to come up with is the Manhandalorian. That's as good as I could do.
Oh, very
God.
good. Oh, now it's getting a bit. Now, is she begging him? Is that what's going on? And
Don't know.
You see, if he'd survived this, that's what he'd been telling the boys. It's like I walked in there and she was all over me like an airborne coronavirus.
oh.
Dear.
Here's a question. I'm going to pose this one to Brian because you look at Brian's avatar. And we could let's just remind ourselves what it looks like this, folks. He's a man who likes a manicured facial hair. So, Brian, when you've got such long sideburns, okay, do you level them off at the point where your eyes are level with the horizon, or do you kind of angle them downwards in line with your jawline? What's the preferred way of handling?
Personally, I'm a kind of halfway in between, but I think the only time I ever had long sideburns was trying to copy Hugh Jackman in Swordfish, which basically tells its own story. But you're forgetting that person in the avatar ain't me, Ruin. It's supposed to be Brian Young at one point.
Oh yes, I just
Everyone
assumed the
forgets
same
that,
thing.
don't they? Brian, you've
we
got a
do.
beard and glasses. No, I don't.
Change your avatar, man. That's
I know. I need to clear Brian out of the equation.
I've got some
Actually,
nice
oh,
sneak
no.
People
looking
want a bit of
avatars you
fancy
can
in
borrow.
their avatar, and you've done an Andor and made your avatar as boring and slow to look at as possible.
You're looking at
Now-
it wrong, Robot Head.
Now, Brownie, you've been in
You're
this.
not avatar literate.
Brownie, you've been in this situation many a time, haven't you? You've been slapped and told by a young lady. No. What's the
I thought
best
you were
way
going
to
to talk
handle
about
it?
his tutor.
What's the best way to handle it?
Yeah. You just well, look. Do you take it on the chin literally, or do you double down and reach
Walk
for
out
the
the school.
grapes?
Walk out the schools. I don't like where this is going.
Oh, it's okay.
That's what
Pass the
she
water.
said, bro.
Yeah. Oh God, here we go.
Yeah, they're not trying to turn Star Wars into a girl brand at all, are they? This is look at this
Fucking
scene. Is there one man in this scene?
Drink, everybody.
So, just basically for the people who are interested, we do have a grape scene alternated with a what can only be described as a rave, a 90s rave. So,
With
Hey.
Mon Mothma getting pissed. So yeah, it was just literally just one 10-second scene of her dancing, and it's back to this. I
is
don't
he giving
understand
her?
that.
Quite centered cut.
Yeah.
It's a strange
Right.
one.
So are we actually going to have a conversation about this? Because I got some
No.
thoughts.
Yeah, no, we should. We really should. I mean, I want to start by saying he's giving her the old wet willy in the ear, and that's never a good way to entice a lady. But go on, Echo, take it away. I'm interested.
Okay. The thing I thought was really kooky and strange is that people were making like an analogy with Jabba the Hutt. Like this stuff exists in Star Wars because that gigantic space slug had her decked out in a gold bikini, and then he waggled his tongue at her. So he's a gigantic space slug. It doesn't mean they were down to fuck. So that was kind of stupid. And then
Until she saw the tongue. Once she saw
yeah,
that
yeah. And then some twats going.
that wasn't
No,
spinal
but-
over him.
In page 57 of the official canonical Return of the Jedi
Oh,
novelization,
God.
it actually fuck off. So there's a whole bunch of bullshit there. I make the distinction between violence and sexual violence as being two
Yes.
different things,
Oh.
right? So with violence, if you're a kid playing with your action figures, it's war and it's killing and stuff, and you can cope with that in your child's mind because that's like a thing. But sexual violence is a different category, and so it's more visceral. It's harsher. That's why all the words we're not allowed to use are like sexual terms when it comes to swear words. So it's a different category, and I don't think this belongs in Star Wars. Sexual violence. I think it's incongruous and it looks like rubbish. So they're trying to be
Just
super mature.
screams
Didn't
out.
work.
Just what
Screams out the word.
Jeez.
see, just what Amelia's saying there. I've always thought of the violence in Star Wars to be fantasy violence.
Yeah.
It's not a realistic portrayal of violence, is it?
Yeah, true.
I mean, someone that goes through what Anakin goes through ain't living through that. And I think you have to see it through that filter, bringing real life stuff into it, which most of this series does an awful lot. As Broberhead said, it's kind of death by 1,000 cuts. Consistently changing what Star Wars is all about. This ain't what Star Wars is all about, and I'll never consider this to be Star
Yeah,
Wars.
but we're not grown up enough to appreciate this.
No.
Yeah,
As I said, like I don't like that they brought in wearing glasses. That annoys me. And then the best part, like
Yeah,
it's just moving further and further away. So like I get the people that don't like it, but it's like it's so far gone now that like who cares? But like there's an argument there that it's just moved so far away from what George Lucas, his ideas.
yeah. It's a completely different thing now. It's only got like some references to Star Wars. It's not Star Wars.
And this show would be better if it wasn't Star Wars. Like if we weren't just leading to the bloody Death Star again. Like if
Yeah.
all these people were just making a new thing that we could all watch, and it was a better version of Rebel Moon, which is what they're trying to do here. It would be a more interesting show. But they know that the fucking dumbass youth on Twitter aren't going to just tune into any show. They need Star Wars written above it. But it would be a far better show. All the effort they've gone to, and we're just destroying Star Wars and leading back to another bloody Death Star.
Well,
And then
here's what I reckon, right?
retroactively now, when we see like Imperials in the original trilogy, which is supposed to be, kind of light entertainment, basically, it's supposed to now that this is also part of that those Imperials are capable of this, that they have those extra dimensions and nastiness. I don't know. I just don't think that it's Star Wars.
For me, they didn't really need to show us. I mean, this is to show you how evil the Imperials are, right? But we didn't need to see how evil the Imperials are. We knew they blew up a whole planet in the first film.
Mhm.
But the whole idea that, well, what you're saying is right. Violence and sexual violence are two different things. Violence is normal, right? We play fighting with our brothers and our friends and things when we're 3 or 4 year old, right? That's normal.
Yeah.
There's violence all over video games. If you play Mortal Kombat or
Exactly.
Red
Yeah.
Dead Redemption or Fortnite or something like that, it's all violent. There's people dying and blood everywhere, right? And it's really nothing. Everybody's kind of desensitized to it, but it's really nothing. It's cartoony. When you're seeing it on the screen, it's cartoony, whereas sexual violence on the screen is not cartoony. It
has a psychological destructive element to it, which is different.
And it disturbs you in a different way. I mean, if you enjoy it,
exactly.
there's something wrong with you. It's designed to disturb you, right? But I mean, take for example, like a very violent film, John Wick. He killed 100 people for killing his dog, and nobody cared, right? If he'd have went and bummed 100 Russian gangsters,
that's a different film would have got.
Yeah, I don't think that film ever would have got made, and it's because sexual violence is not the same as normal violence. That's exactly the reason. Probably not the only reason, but
And it's how you handle everything. Like even violence, going from a Rambo movie to Reservoir Dogs, and the guy screaming in the back of a car, shot in the stomach. That kids can watch 100 people die in a war film just dropping down dead. Watching a guy scream with blood coming out of his stomach is a different level of violence, and it's the same with the sexual violence. It's a different level. It's a different thing to explain. It's a different thing. So it's how it's handled. Like if she didn't, if she'd screamed out, "He attacked me," and it was more about him beating her up, then the adults know what's going on. The kids, it's not a weird conversation. Explain it to them. It's just not handled well.
Yeah.
One of the arguments in it said, "Well, it happens in the galaxy, so we should see it."
But I dare say that Veruca treatment happens in the galaxy. Doesn't mean to say we need to see that either.
Yeah,
This
hemorrhoid
is-
operation.
This is the Star Wars. Sorry, the Doctor Who girl.
Yeah.
I like that the only
The-
interesting thing that happened in the show, Brown, is just rush past.
Not me.
Oh, good. We're back to the boring bit.
Yeah.
This was,
You're going
this
too
was-
fast, Ruin. Shall we go back?
Oh, what's the problem?
No,
I
it's
just-
Ruin we blame. It's Ruin,
sorry, my forehead just clicked onto the old arrow button on the keyboard.
my final thing on the grapey scene is that I'm not against the scene being in something else. I'm against it being in Star Wars. If it's in, like in like a Guy Ritchie film or a 70s Al Pacino film or something, that's fine. It happens. You see it in films a lot. It's not like it's new territory for people making films. It's not like they're breaking ground with this. It just shouldn't be in Star Wars. It's just got no place in Star Wars at all. It just
That
shouldn't
stupid
be there.
argument of like, have you only watched kids' films? It's like, are you serious? Like we've grown up with the most violent films ever made. Like
Yeah,
bloody 70s films, cruising. Like, and it's
exactly.
films about
We grew up in the
sex.
VHS days.
Yeah,
We grew up in the
exactly.
days
So
of
it's like-
VHS. Stuff you'll never
and
see on
they can
TV.
take out any film at any age. So it's just such a like the argument is just whether it belongs here. It's even people talking about whether Darth Vader would know, like that's all so the wrong argument. Like people are just concerned if it should be in Star Wars or not. It's like that argument gets lost.
Are we just
I mean,
not
you-
old enough to appreciate this?
Not
It's about the
so.
second time you said that, Brian. I'm beginning to wonder if you've actually disappeared and you've left a recorded message on.
I mean, you could have characters using the F word in a show like this, a Star Wars show. Technically, that would be, you could do it. And you could have terrible scenes where there's like some kind of version of heroin in the show where you have chronic drug addiction in the show. Technically, you could do that. It doesn't mean that
Well,
it's
they do have it
automatically
in
going
this,
to be
don't they?
good or mature
Spice.
if you have it.
Well, look, to get us slightly away from the old grape scene, when I saw this ship, I did think for a fleeting moment, oh, is this a stormtrooper transport vehicle? Brian, do you remember the original toys, and they had some vehicle which you could put your stormtrooper figures in, and
Yeah, I
something
think we
like
showed
this,
that
wasn't
in the first season of The Mandalorian. You put 6 troopers in.
it? Yeah, but it wasn't that,
I like
was it?
that they even included the shitter shovel on the front.
That's
Very accurate. I should show that because that happens in the real world too.
Yeah, exactly.
Amelia
Well-
disagrees, and as obviously a friend of the channel, that's fine. If that's your opinion, fair enough. But that's this is ours.
That's fine, sicko. Sicko that wants.
Fucking sick fuck.
Well, many other channel would ban you for disagreeing with the consensus opinion, but not here on the Brown Alliance. We welcome all opinions, don't we, Brown? Even the ones that, who was the chap right
Even
at the
the ones
beginning of
that
the
wrong.
stream? He came on and he
Night, Amelia.
didn't like us glorifying child brides, and I don't know. Oh,
There's Melvin. Melvin putting links to other people's videos in the chat. Isn't hard enough to retain viewers without Melvin telling people to go somewhere superior.
Yeah, cheers, Melvin.
I don't need to put links to this stream in the chat, do I?
Brown, I hate to break it to you, but
We're already here.
you had one solitary regular female viewer, and she's gone.
Sorry, Amelia. Sorry.
Yeah, the weird thing is, right, there's like the one solitary female viewer is seemingly a little bit upset that we're against rape.
Oh,
It's like,
No,
oh,
it's whether or not it
somehow
should
you've
be.
even managed to piss off the Swappers sock puppet accounts. It's really got to dark times here on the Brown Lines.
That still's definitely worth capturing. That last one.
Who is this? Who is this
Who is
character?
he? What is he doing?
Moving on.
It's amazing how he
Well,
can fly.
he's
all
the
of a
least
sudden.
interesting one in this whole damn show, that's for sure.
As Brown, considering he couldn't even get it the right way up just 20 minutes ago, he's
Yeah.
an expert. An expert in the
nice.
field. Hey.
Solid
Sorry,
with
lead
that.
balloon, lads.
That was good. I like that.
That's a
spontaneous.
pretty cool image. Is that a look at that moment, Brownie?
Not really.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
That looks impressive.
No.
You've seen a field before?
Yeah, but look at the silos. They're kind of cool.
Is that what you get in Rebel Moon? Does it look like that?
Did you grow up on a farm, Echo, and silos are cool?
No, I just think that looks kind of sci-fi-ish, but also lived in. That's the
Does
George
it?
Lucas-y kind of spirit. Yeah, it's good.
Mr. Brown Line's got the best mods. They advertise the stream
Oh,
while the stream's happening. So
In the stream.
yeah, so if you're watching
Nowhere
this
else.
live, stop, go back to the start and start watching it from there.
Put it
Thanks,
in
Phil.
another window.
so
then.
technically, if somebody's watching this and then clicks that, it'll register another click, won't it?
Hmm.
Oh,
Anyway.
good point.
So, Robot Head, is this the best tennis player of his generation? That's the question we were asking.
Who is it?
It's Novak Djokovic.
I thought it
I
was
think he's a
Rodney
bit tall
from
for him,
Only
isn't he?
Fools Bosses.
So these big things hold grain. Is that right?
I don't
Yes.
know.
We're about to see in a moment, anyway. So he's on the speeder bike. Stormtroopers are missing him. Brian lied. He said they were accurate.
No, accurate, yeah.
Oh, they're accurate.
Yeah, because he gets shot.
Oh, who's this guy again? What's his relevance in this show?
Don't know.
Yeah, I can't
Oh,
remember
his
his name,
ability-
like Kasabian or something like that. I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe
his
well,
he's
ability to
suddenly learned-
emote in that face.
Maybe it explains all the tiny little men in this show. The only big dude got hit. The stormtroopers can only hit big people. While every guy's
Well,
tiny. Cassian's
Law
like a
of
little
averages.
lady boy running around the whole time.
Yeah, he's only about, what is he, 5'7", a little diddy thing.
That
Go on,
got
then, we-
people angry online. I made a joke about him being tiny, and boy, did these short little men come out angry about that.
Oh, well, look, now you've brought it up, Robot Head. We've asked everyone's ages in the chat. Can you all drop your credit card number and 3-digit security code? No, can you all drop your height in the chat? I'd be very interested to put a height to a face. So,
And then we're going to do dick length and girth.
we did that last week. We'll do it again, though. Well, let's go around the retrobates. What's let's see. Well, let's start with Brian. I mean, they make them stout in Scotland. What are you, Brian? I'm saying you're a good 5'11", but you tell everyone on Grindr you're 6'1", don't you?
Remember, you said I had a strange talent for identifying the correct crisps you were eating that night in the green room.
Oh
The
yeah,
Monster Munch.
yeah.
Well, you've just uncannily got my height just down to a T. I'm 5'11", exactly.
Yay.
Steve Kosoboom is 5'19".
I was about to say that's
Oh, you know what? We've got one, folks. Little Franco. Oh,
Be frank.
wee
Oh.
Frankie.
That's cute.
It's okay, Frankie.
It's like a little munchkin there in the chat.
Fat Lobber's put his boxing record up instead of his height. He's undefeated.
Where's that? I don't see it. Oh, what? Unbeaten, no? Can't complain.
Now, Brown, either everyone's lying or you've got one of the average tallest chats anywhere on the internet. Everyone seems to be 6'3" on average. It's funny. Echo, what are you?
Sorry, is
Echo,
that 12 stone 3 with swappers? Is that his weight he's put in? And he's 6'2".
that's inches, isn't it?
No, it's girth.
So,
Length and girth.
I was going to say, what a big streak of piss swappers is. I never noticed that. But if that's cock length, fair enough.
Echo, I envisage you as a stocky kind of guy. I'm saying you're I'm saying you're a 5'10" but broad shoulders.
Yeah,
Have you
carrying
not
us.
seen
Oh,
his
Echo,
channel?
he's watching the videos all the time, isn't he? He's
Yeah,
really into
yeah.
the channel.
Yeah, what do you mean by stocky, though? What does that mean?
Well, well built.
Well built. 5'11".
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say broad shouldered. Yeah.
And without the
Broad
heels?
Takes me down to 5'7".
Melvin. Now we know there's traditionally a deficiency in nutrients in Scotland. So sorry, Melv, I'm going to put you down for a 5'7", but you secretly tell everyone you're 5'9". What's the deal, Melv?
Oh, I'm 5'10", so you were out.
10. I'm getting close. Okay. Well, we all know robots, Ed. We all know robots. They always make them 6 foot. So robots, I assume
He's
you're
the same size as RoboCop. I've seen the video.
Yeah, and it also depends which legs I put on. So I've got a little tiny pair that I also sometimes wear.
You do really have the tallest chat on the internet, Brown. Kendrick is 6'3".
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Goodwin's
Gavin's not
got,
revealing his height. He's just stumpy.
Goodwin is 6'5".
Jesus.
Is he? Fucking hell. He sounds 6'5" with that voice, doesn't he?
I don't want to wreck this conversation by getting back to the show. I'm no farmer, but if those silos are full and the field is growing fairly long, how long have the silos been full for? Like, shouldn't they have? What are they full with?
empty.
The fields haven't been harvested.
Oh yeah, the field should be flat.
It's either one or the other, boys.
Pick a lane.
Khalid says the chat is full of 6 foot.
I picture, Melvin, you being wiry and tough like Robert Carlyle in Train Spotting.
Actually,
Begbie.
no. I'm all
fat
neck and
and
shoulders
short.
and arms. I'm all neck and shoulders and arms and a bit of a belly these days.
Oh, that's dad bod. We like a dad bod here. Don't worry about that.
I think the average age would best point out the body descriptions in the chat as well.
Yeah, not many 6-packs in there.
In the fridge, maybe.
Oh, it's Cassian, everyone. He's finally landed this fucking thing. Oh. Brown,
Russell.
you're a streaky string of piss, aren't you? If you like that. What are you? You know what you are, Brown. I know. I can call it to a T. Well, you said it. No, Brown is 5'11", but he's barely 10 stone. I mean, we're talking 10 stone with his parka coat on, aren't we, Brown?
I'm 6'2".
6'2", and weight
10 stone.
I've not weighed myself for a long time. Probably about 13 and a bit.
Oh,
13? And you're 6'2"?
13?
Fuck's sake.
It's all that cycling.
Oh, big thighs.
Yes.
Yeah. Good buttocks.
Uncut.
Tight.
Anyway, we've just figured out, we finally found out what this guy's name is.
Brasso.
Oh, it's Brasso, and he's dead. Oh.
You were too big, Brasso. You were just too big.
Does he scrubs up quite nicely, though, doesn't he?
Too big a target.
He shines up nicely with Brasso.
Look how tiny
Even
little Cassie is.
the chat are getting... the chat are revolting.
Is that an up the arse corner
It's
picture?
Which one?
This
That
one.
one.
This one. Yeah.
That one definitely is.
I thought this was the actual grape scene.
I remember the line here. It's like, had I ever got married, he'd have been the one.
In that scene, he looks like the actress. He looks like the actress from The Last of Us, Bella Ramsey, just in that one shot.
Oh yeah,
It does, doesn't it?
great.
Yeah, he's
shout.
just less masculine.
That's masculine, yeah.
Not as tall.
Drink for the wheat. And again, Blav says even Thor 3 was better than this.
Look, on the ship there, they've gone to the trouble of removing some of the missiles.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, yeah. That is a fantastic prop.
It is.
Khalid says, "Who do I have to grape to get a wrench?" Well, wow.
Everyone.
I think Khalid, you know what? I'll do you a solid here, Khalid.
No,
If you're still here for Andor episode 9, I think we can get you a wrench. Is that fair, Brown?
I
Or
think
am
I might even give him a managing wrench.
Oh my God, a managing wrench. Right,
Yeah.
Khalid.
There's not many of those.
Brownie, have you started doing the slides for the next 3 episodes?
No, I need to.
You're going to struggle to get 3. Get
Conversations
3
are being
that.
made.
Oh, the ranks are
not a lot happens.
revolting.
Oh, why is
Well,
it
we
so
could be
fucking...
doing a 3-in-1
Why is it
special.
so?
couldn't we?
Why is it so fucking boring?
Hang on.
Anyone?
There we go.
Because we're not intelligent enough. We've been through
We're
this.
not, are we not
We're not
adult
at the right
enough?
level.
Yeah. Well, not media literate. We're shit. I mean, not me.
We grew up with things like
lot, certainly.
Indiana Jones and Star Wars and, good, exciting films, Back
We're
to the Future.
gatekeepers. We're
All made
gatekeepers
for
of film
idiots.
works.
Also, it kind of annoyed me that there was articles in like the Hollywood Reporter where they interviewed this actress, and they were framing it in the weirdest way of saying like the grape scene was like an extraordinary milestone in Star Wars. How was it a milestone in service
Yeah,
of what?
down the way.
I've talked about this, but I love that Disney released 2 interviews about the grape scene on the day that this premiered. Like that's what they thought they should
that is
leave.
strange.
Strange, isn't
Come
it?
on, come back and give Star Wars another go. We're really looking after it. Like, come on, come back and look what we've
got
added.
Grip now.
Ugh.
Yeah, the milestone was for the bar dropped an extra mile.
I forgot about this lesbian
just go
chick.
back
She's
one
just floated
slide?
back in the
Yeah.
story.
Who's
Just go back
this,
one
this
slide.
ginger chick?
Drink
I
it away,
almost...
brother.
This is the waif from Game of Thrones.
But how did she
we're
just
talking about-
float back into the story? She just sort of suddenly re-emerged there with no context.
Yeah, it was just to show you we've still got some space thespians. Here they
Yeah, I
are. Look,
guess.
remember these? They're still here.
I'd take the Acolyte at this stage.
Oh,
At least that was fun. That was
Yeah.
fun
Yeah.
to laugh at, fun to talk
Mhm.
about.
Obi-Wan Kenobi, shit as it was one of the funniest things I've seen in years.
He had his
When
moments.
he kept running away from Vader, there was like you just had to add the music in.
Yeah.
I
Can you go back a
Fine.
couple of slides? I just want to look at the poor
Oh,
green
yeah.
screen compositing. There, look at that, how
Yeah.
poorly
Yeah.
composited that is.
That's absolute
Oh, is
dog
that-
shit. Yeah.
Terrible.
Look at the lighting in the ship inside.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's
I've got to
bad.
say, I never thought I'd say this, but I pine for the good old days of the Book of Boba Fett. That's where we are, folks.
Hmm. Boba Fett went into the Sarlacc and emerged 3 stone heavier. That's extraordinary.
Well, it's full of nutrients in there. Yeah.
He landed right beside a Sarlacc nipple. He was good.
Yeah, I guess.
So look, from a guy who could barely keep a ship upright, he's now shooting everything up, isn't he? He's,
It was
Can't
lucky he
believe
took a
90
ship, a TIE fighter with so many seats in it. It was,
oh
it was
yeah.
very convenient.
So Brownie, not joking, but literally, on a scale of 1 to 10, not him, go back.
Who is that anyway? Who the fuck is that?
So Bick, I want your actual opinion on Bix, Brownie.
Oh, we
Come
did
on,
this
bro.
last week, didn't we?
We did
Did
that.
we?
Yes.
Well, let's
I wanna-
get it.
General
Let's get it.
consensus. The general consensus was she's right-click, save as desktop background worthy.
Hmm.
Oh,
Good looking
That's
girl.
pretty high, isn't it?
Yeah, that's exclusive.
Maybe not in this
territory.
picture, right enough. Looks a bit rough in this photo.
post grape. No.
I said she was an 8,
Fucking hell.
tats up to a 10.
Jesus. Even look, common people behave.
Yeah, me and common people.
Fuck's
With,
sake.
yeah. You finally realise common
Well,
people's my
I
sock
think-
puppet account.
I think Star Wars took a very, very dark turn, didn't it?
Wow.
The amount of crap online about his acting here was
Hmm.
hilarious. Like people just, standing ovations, give him all the awards because of his. Like, I zone out like that every 5 minutes.
Looks like he's trying to remember his PIN number.
Yeah. It's like, what's the bloody code again? Why do I keep changing it?
Oh, she's still at it. God, she must be on the
Fucking hell.
Colombian marching powder to be going this long.
Oh, that came out of the blue, didn't it? Yay.
Oh, thank God.
Brownie, when you're thinking about, are you too old to go to another rave? Get one more in. You just have to watch her dancing around and you just know it's too late.
Don't worry. I will get one more in. Don't you worry, my friend.
Go club on
You'll
Milan
be
in
the
London.
Mon Mothra of
I'm
the
just waiting
dance
for.
floor.
I'm just waiting for the right one. I will get one in. Don't worry.
Well, we got there, folks. I mean, it was looking hard work for a while, but we got there. Well, look, we know three things about tonight. One, Andor is not getting any better. Number two, the average age of the chat is around 57, and 3 or C, I can't remember which way I did it. The average height of the chat is 6'5". So, interesting. But look, let's go around the panel because we need to know everyone's thoughts on Andor episode 3. Let's start with Brian.
Dull as dishwater for the main part, other than the last maybe 5 minutes or so. Themes that I don't think should be anywhere near Star Wars. I suppose you want a rating at some point.
I do, or want a rating as well as thoughts, of course. Yeah.
Chat rating for the episode if you've seen it. I'll flash them up. Max out of 10.
Usually I'm pretty generous with these things. I cannot give it any more than a 4, I think.
Ooh.
I know I've asked this before. I know, sorry to interrupt. Is this an in-world vote? Like, are we just judging it against other Disney Star Wars, or are we judging it in the real world where good things are made?
We haven't thought of it that deeply.
Is the score? Do I have to think about what I scored? The acolyte to score this?
Just purely on its own merits, on its own terms. What do you rate it?
Oh, it's not my turn yet. I don't want to jump in.
No, let's make him wait his turn. God damn it! So,
for that,
Echo, we're going to you next, Echo. So, give us your thoughts on episode 3 and your score as defined by you, please, Echo.
Well, this is the first show that I've literally had to watch great stretches of it at 1.5 speed because I just I couldn't get through it. I felt affronted by it because the squandering of potential of everything. You've got fantastic actors and actresses, absolutely squandered, given terrible material to work with. You've got a well-built universe. We give it all the benefit of the doubt for the world building in the first series, that from then on, you could then jump from that into something more visceral and compelling. And instead, they actually went backwards in terms of pacing and development and dynamism. You got weird cutting between scenes and between different atmospheres, then ways that are incongruous and feel almost clumsy and unaccountable. You've got, 3 or 4 different plot threads, and all of them are tedious. That's extraordinary. How do you do that? And then you've got a scene which is incongruous for Star Wars, which doesn't suit the themes or the atmosphere of it. And there's something almost, because you're dealing with something which is nasty and gratuitous and graphic. At the same time, the online discourse was really kind of smug about it, like it's an achievement or a milestone, or if you can't cope with it, then you're not mature enough and you can't adapt or evolve. So everything about this just had a meanness and nastiness to it, and a kind of entitlement that he got smelling his own farts about how the first series was received, and then he took that as a license to turn it into this soap opera / kind of smarmy, in-jokey thing with little bits of action and stuff. So for me, it's a 3 because of the sheer squandered material and potential in actors.
You can really tell that Echo is sober, can't you? He doesn't need the short attention span takes like the rest of us.
Well,
at this point.
it helps when it's just the 9:30 a.m., doesn't it? Where Echo is, as opposed to nearly 1 a.m. here.
I think it makes it harder doing it first thing in the morning. I wish it was 1 a.m. I was drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to Melvin next, if you could. Thoughts and score, please, Melv.
I think basically what Echo just said. It's a waste. It's a waste of a big budget. You can see it's got production value, but everything, certainly the first 3 episodes, was pointless. It never really served the story at all. You could have had like maybe 20 minutes of story out of the first 3 episodes, and it's just it's a waste of time. That's exactly what it is. It's a waste of my time watching it. I'm only watching it because, as a Star Wars fan, I watch all of it, even the shit stuff. But this is the hardest to watch of all of it. Of even like if you take The Acolyte or anything, or Mandalorian season 3, this has been the hardest one to watch. And I would say, yeah, I can't even give it a 5. It's not average. It's not even average. It's I'll give it a 4.5. It doesn't deserve a 5.
Just to challenge your theory there, Melvin, if I said to you 3 episodes of Andor, as in the first 3, or The Last Jedi, what are you watching?
The Last Jedi.
Oh, it's a success.
Get off the stream, Melvin.
I'm not. Yeah, I've only seen The Last Jedi once. I'd watch that again before I'd watch Andor again.
I'll send you a copy, don't worry. I'll send you the director commentary version. Robot Ed, can't wait for your take on this. So, yeah, your thoughts on episode 3, your score, as you determine it, if you would.
Well, luckily Echo went first, and he's a smart person and summed it up quite well. But you could literally delete these 3 episodes, and it wouldn't make any difference to the series.
Yeah.
It's so slow and empty. It's just unbelievable. And the production values just sold it to so many of the fans that it's important, and it's unbelievably boring and just hollow at this stage. Apparently it gets better. Doesn't in the next 3 episodes, I know that, and I haven't watched the latest 3, but for these 3 I was around, I think 4, maybe 4, generous 4. Are we still here? Is this thing on? Hello?
Hello.
No, we're just taking it all in, processing it, putting you against the averages. So,
Robot, which is your favorite or most significant plus-size character from Lizzo, Mandalorian Season 3, Jediabetes from The Acolyte, or Fat Chick in a White Boiler Suit from Andor? Who's your favorite fat character?
Oh,
the boiler suit was sort of more blatant, just trying to get the angry incels fired up to get some eyes on this show. Lizzo was just on another level of what the fuck is Star Wars these days. So, that Jedi boy, yeah, he was just that was just a good little thing to laugh at there. So I think Lizzo's the most insane. Could be the most insane point that we've got to in Star Wars.
And Jack Black at the same time.
Yeah, just hamming it up like, oh my god, yeah, that scene is just incredible. So, at least the most recent addition to the list, was pretty harmless, and she did try and act, and yeah, but the way it was shot, just up at that big old ass, just
just
very
lingering on it.
Yeah, very deliberate. Like 3 shots following the ass, up the steps with the ass, get that camera down as low as possible.
Yeah, very strange.
Yeah, but less ham than with Lizzo. But I do appreciate that we did, with all the bullying of Lizzo, convince her to lose some of that weight. So I think we've extended her life, because I think it was this show she listened to that she decided to get on Ozempic and start losing it.
We're better than the older Ozempic for encouraging weight loss.
She said something about blaming Brownie, so I just assumed it was this show.
Well, so she's not referring to something else. Well, Brown, we come to you. Now, Brown, we know you're a Star Trek man, but surely after this fabulous episode, you're converted.
Again, the production is there.
Oh.
It looks great.
I feel there's a but.
No, it's just so... It's long, drawn out. A lot of it is unnecessary.
Are we talking about your slides or Andor?
Yeah. really, really quick cutscenes where there's cutscenes that don't need to be in
Yeah.
because
correct.
it's cutting scene up and putting just like a flash of another one in the. I don't understand why they're doing that. Is it because it's almost like a reset for attention span for the iPhone brigade? I don't know. Is it Bet Gilroy who wrote it? Tony Gilroy.
Bet Gilroy.
He's just been given free reign just to literally wank himself off to this, and it's just fuck. It's just ugh. It's just shite. I am not grown up enough to obviously appreciate it, but it's just boring. It's just fucking boring.
That
You
it
want
is.
Mark? Yeah.
I want a mark. Yeah, he
It
needs
doesn't
to put a
help
mark.
that I didn't see any of season 1 either.
Mm.
Oh, for
It doesn't
sake.
hurt. It doesn't hurt.
Don't
So
upset
don't
that.
worry about it.
Although I will say, I did with the slides today. I did half the slides about 4 days ago, and the rest today. So it wasn't quite as bad as it could have been. But there were some kind of half decent moments. But you want a mark, don't you?
Yeah, under the pressure.
Okay, I'm going to give it 5.5.
So you've absolutely slated
no.
it, but you gave it. That's one of your highest scores for any Disney Plus shows. Wow.
The chat get
okay.
it, don't worry. 5.5.
It's equal to his highest and lowest score.
I'm not even going to give it an IGN 7. It's 5.5.
It's also equal to the rating he gave to the tween earlier on.
I thought the sorry, jumping in, the 3 episodes at a time was an interesting idea, and then they're going to jump a year. I thought there was the opportunity to do well, I'll get this out, to do a lot with that. I got there.
You sounded like
Yeah.
that BMO
You sounded
robot.
rapid.
Bah, 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 bah.
You know what it is, mate?
There was a lot of opportunity to do a lot with that, and they've done nothing with it. So like all it is I've got to sit down for 3 hours now if I'm going to keep up, and it's the longest 3 hours of your life, and the jumping of a year doesn't really matter.
That was a joy to hear robot head glitching.
Yeah,
I did. I
unusual.
had a circuit breaker
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Well, look, can we get a verbal agreement here, Brown?
What's your views?
Oh, my views.
Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong with you. I absolutely love this one. I mean, what more do you want? You had dancing, you had grape
Romancing.
seed, you had it's just fabulous. It had me gripped. The fields of wheat and gold and type fighters and brilliant. Brown, can we get a verbal agreement from you right now in front of 93 viewers? We can't go episode per week at this.
No.
It's
If something happened, yes, but I just get the feeling nothing's going to happen. And that's the real crime with this TV series. It's 600 million squandered, in my opinion.
pissed up the wall.
Yeah.
Yes.
Purely because is it Tony Gilroy? He's just living on the past victory of Rogue One. And to be fair, half of it was Gareth Edwards.
It was, yeah.
Yeah. He's just living on that. And because a few people like Platoon and Mauler loved season 1, and probably Gary and all those lot, things get back to Disney, don't they?
Can we put those in the shill bin now? Can we?
Yeah, shills, yes. Yes.
Just pass the message on, folks, when you speak to them.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I
You
will
would
say,
think-
I will say, guys, if you enjoy Andor, fantastic. Yeah, just not for me.
Season 1's very overrated. It's not the worst thing in the world by a far
Do you know,
stretch. but
honestly,
the
guys,
pacing of it's like watching season 2. The pacing's terrible.
you know, honestly, if you like it, guys, I'm glad there's something on TV that you're enjoying.
I'm not. You need to do better. It's shit.
Okay, well, look, we've almost convinced Brown, I think, to do a special 3-in-1 stream next week.
Yeah, we'll sort something out because I think I
We'll
would
sort
want
something
to. If we did weekly, I don't think we'd make it.
No.
I wouldn't be joining in. I'd do
Well,
a slide,
average
but I won't
age
be-
of 59 in the chat. I mean, you're going to literally lose some people before we finish this thing.
Yeah.
Maybe just one frame for each setup or scene.
One,
We can just talk
what
about
about
what happens. We don't
one
need every
slide
line of
per
dialogue.
episode?
And the slide is Star Wars.
The end scene.
Yeah. Directed by.
We'll work it out. Anyway, next
maybe,
week.
maybe in batches of 2 would make more sense. Maybe
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Anyway, Brown, why don't you do all the formalities? I'm 5 double rums and cokes in, and I can barely see straight. So please
I'm
close
just
this.
going to say the real heroes are the people in the chat who have stuck to the. I thought we'd do this in 2 hours.
I thought you were going to say the people on the panel, but righto, fuck us.
We'll get to that. Chat, you are wonderful. Thank you for the interaction, the super chats, turning up and listening to us sad. What we were called? Sad twats, sad whatever.
I like it when the chat's attention collectively drifts
Yeah.
away from what we're talking about. That's what I like, and they start to have
and they have their
kind
own
of
conversation.
Yeah.
And a big thank you to George KW and Punchable Face for turning up right at the very end. So, chat, you are the best. We'll see you next time. I will thank the guests. Stepping in at the last moments, Melvin Deeply. Good to have him back. Cheers, Melvin.
No bother, Bruin.
The mighty, the mighty, the wonderful.
Sexy.
You don't know what I'm going to say, do you?
Oh no, I don't. I'm not jumping up there.
He finds everybody in here attractive, though.
It's been a while, but it's great to have him back. Robot Head. Cheers,
Oh,
mate.
gee, I wondered who you were going to say. So I started drifting off, waiting for you to say Echo Chamberlain, but sorry, Echo.
I enjoyed you glitching. That was fantastic.
Yes, that was special just for
The
this time of
glitch.
day on this show. I don't do it for anyone else.
Miss Brown Lions, Mr. Brown, thank you, my friend. The brilliant, the amazing Echo Chamberlain.
Yeah, cheers, Brownie. I just want to thank Ruin's one large amorphous breast, and I want to thank everyone else on the panel and everyone in the chat.
Just been spoilt this evening. Not Brian. Cheers, Brian. Cheers, Brian. Thank you, my friend.
Cheers, Bruin. Absolutely no praise there at all for me. That was very, very nice. But thanks also to Echo, Melvin, Robot Head, Ruin, and of
Shall I-
course the chat.
Okay,
Thanks,
I'll
folks.
do it again. We'll see if we can get to
Do
the
it
thing.
again. Do it again. We'll edit it.
The amazing, even though
Scottish.
he's Scottish and north of the border.
Oh,
The
there's caveats.
Welcome to Casual Racism and Xenophobia on the Mr. Brown Alliance channel.
Right, take 3.
and he's from Glasgow as well. Glasgow.
Well, live now. Be careful.
Not Brian. Cheers, my friend.
So hang on. Wait a second. So you basically go to
Fuck's
Brian after showering everyone with compliments. You give him 0. He pulls you up on it, and all you come back with is, even though he's from
Cheers, Brian.
Scotland,
Scotland. From fucking
the
Scotland.
amazing Brian Brown. God.
Okay. Not Brian Young. Am I allowed to do that anymore?
No,
What?
Brown.
Yes,
Down
that's
with
me.
this man with compliments.
Okay.
Unlike yourself, Brown, I ditched the young a few years ago.
You got
Come on, we'll edit all the crap out before it. Go on, do it properly now, Brown.
The amazing,
Not amazing. It's
the
fucking
wonderful,
vague. No.
the fantastic, the fantabulous,
Yeah, this doesn't sound authentic to me or heartfelt.
Fuck's sake, let's put some
north
effort
of the
into it, Brown.
border.
That's all he's got.
I'm tired.
How about I do the introduction for the goodbye for
Wars.
myself, Brown?
Andor finished me off, and not in a good way either. Not Brian. Cheers, my friend.
Aye.
Yep, still shit, Brown.
Terrible.
Brian, you
Like,
beautiful,
so, a
sexy
big-
man. I love your beard and glasses. You were amazing. The
A
stream
big
would have been
thanks to the
shit.
man who puts up with so much shite from me and my carry on every week, talking bollocks and wasting show like. You're not Brian. Thank you very much.
Cheers, Brown. Thanks also to Echo, Melvin, Robert Head, Ruin, and of course the chat. Thanks, folks.
And last but by no means least, Ruben Johnson.
Oh, just leave it at that. No more words need be said. Okay. Well, look, we did it, folks. It's therapy. It's punishment. Some would say it's purgatory. We're paying for crimes in our previous lives, but we got through it together.
3 hours.
It's a wrap.
fucking hell.
And next week we're doing episodes 4 to 9. So make sure you tune in. For
Brian's going to be busy on Wednesday. And on that bombshell.
Slides.
That's going to take half an hour of Zcat to do like all of that. Jeez.
That's
Yeah.
it, folks. Pay your respects for VE Day today. So take care, everybody. Tally bye.
Lizzo.